On the ice here, some sharp sweat.
Right, and then they played in the Elite League, and now they get to play together, and you know, it's a good opportunity to show what they can do in front of scouts and a lot of fans that know a lot of the names because they're some of the top players in the state.
And Keith, you've been around this game quite a long time, coached at the high school level, now our scout. In your opinion, what is a game like this?
Well, I think Derek kind of hit it on the head. It's an opportunity for these kids to, you know, play with other good players, play against other good players. Kind of, you know, there's not anybody that can't play out here, so it'll be a good opportunity for them to have some fun and show what they can do, and there'll be scouts here, so it's just another exposure opportunity.
All right, gentlemen, good luck. Keep it clean. Back to you guys.
Keep it clean. You talking to us or talking about the players? Who's got to keep it clean?
No strangers to the hockey rink in Derek Planter, Keith Hendrickson. A lot of years behind both of them, a lot of great years.
Yes.
And Derek Plant, I'm sure somebody that similar age to you probably got some stories about Planter.
Similar age to me is probably the best compliment Derek has ever gotten in his entire life. No, Derek Plant, I got to see him growing up play when he was at Duluth. He's a Stanley Cup champion from Cloquet, Minnesota, and I will always remember this. He was the inspiration behind one of my creative moves that I do on shootouts is he shot left-handed. He crossed over. As a righty, he crossed over and shot a puck on a breakaway left-handed, and it forever changed my life because I was only about a PUE at the time.
Well, as we get a good look at all these players out here, when we come back from the anthem, we'll talk more about exactly who you are really excited about seeing. There's so much talent on this ice.
Yeah.
We don't even have enough time to probably really get into the depth of all these guys, but nonetheless, we have the anthem coming up from Christine Levon, and then we'll be back to drop the puck.
Thank you. All right, let's meet our teams for this inaugural high school hockey all-star prospects game. Starting with Team Red. Number 1, senior goaltender from New Prague, Colin Dorzinski. Number 2, junior defense from Edina, Jake Bolton. Senior defense from Minnetonka, number 3, Josh Lemke. Senior forward from Maple Grove, number 4, Trevor Kukinen. Junior defense from Andover, number 5, Wyatt Kaiser. Senior forward from Minnetonka, number 6, Josh Bayless. Senior defense from Duluth East, wearing number 7, Frederick Payne. Senior forward from Andover, wearing number 8, Charlie Shea. Senior forward from Blaine, wearing number 9, Will Hillman. Senior forward from Moorhead, wearing number 10, Tyler Clement. Senior forward from Maple Grove, wearing number 11, Tyler Kostalecki. Junior defense from Rochester Century, wearing number 12, Bennett Samoan. Junior forward from Chaska, wearing number 13, Rhett Bitlick. Spicer. Junior forward for Creekmere Hall, number 15, Matthew Gleason. Senior forward from Edina, wearing number 16, Jet Junko. Junior forward from Elk River, number 17, Zach Michaelis. Senior forward from Prairie, wearing number 18, Jack Jensen. Junior forward from St. Michael Elderville, wearing number 19, Luke Leland. And junior goaltender from Grand Rapids, wearing number 30, Carter Claxton. The coaches of Team Red are Mr. Derek Plant and Mr. Bill Butters. Represent the Blue Sweaters. In goal, senior from Minnetonka, number 1, Charlie Glockner. Senior defense from Minnetonka, number 2, Grant Doctor. Sophomore defense from Rosemont, wearing number 3, Jake Ratzlaff. Senior defense from Chaska, number 4, Mike Kester. Junior forward from St. Michael Elderville, wearing number 5, Adam Blank. Junior defense from Peak River Falls, wearing number 6, Evan Bushy. Junior forward from Buffalo, wearing number 7, Jake Bassini. Senior defense from Hill Murray, number 8, Ryan Peterson. Junior forward from Chaska, wearing number 9, Shane Lavelle. Senior defense from Edina, number 10, Michael Boronicki. Senior forward from St. Thomas Academy, number 11, Ryan O'Neill. Senior forward from Blaine, wearing number 12, Bryce Brodzinski. Sophomore forward from Stillwater, wearing number 13, Noah Tussey. Junior forward from St. Cloud Cathedral, wearing number 15, Nate Werner. Junior forward from St. Cloud Cathedral, wearing number 16, Jack Smith. Senior forward from Edina, number 17, Liam Malquist. Senior forward from Edina, number 18, Mason Nevers. Sophomore forward from Blake, wearing number 19, Jim Miller. And senior goaltender from Andover, number 30, Ben Quinsinger. Let's hear it for our high school all-star prospect. Now we ask you to stand, remove your hats, and join Christine Levon in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Well, wow. Wow.
What an intro as the building is jammed here inside the Tria Rink in St. Paul, and looking across the way from our vantage point here, Gino, I don't see an empty seat.
That's as standing room only as
And not-
standing room only gets,
Not
right?
just Black Jackets fans here, you've got some youth teams on hand as well, potentially the next future State of Hockey All-Star Prospect Game players that were here thinking, boy, I want to be a part of this someday.
Of course they want to be a part of this. You know, you get to see an event like this. These are your idols. They really are. I remember growing up watching Jefferson High School hockey, and those were my idols. Tommy Peterson and Jeff Satterdahl, and these guys were the kids that I wanted to be. So if I got a chance to see them in this element, you bet your bottom dollar I'd have been front row, just raging, ready to rock, ready to watch this show.
Well, the starting goalies, as we were talking before the game, you'll likely see half the game for one, half the game for the other on both sides.
Right.
For Team Blue, Charlie Glockner will be starting the Minnetonka
State
senior.
champion.
Yes, indeed he is. Goaltender playing in his senior year for the Skippers. And over on Team Red, it will be Carter Clafton from Grand Rapids, the Thunderhawk, in goal for the Team Red here this afternoon. He's a junior, and so it will be 2 goaltenders as well as 5 players aside on either side of the rink here this afternoon. Starters for Team Blue, Shane Lavelle will be centering Liam Malmquist and Mason Nevers.
It's going to be a fun line.
Evan Bushy and Ryan Peterson on the points for Team Red. It's Jack Jensen centering Matthew Gleason, Tyler Kostelecki, with Bennett Smolik and Wyatt Kaiser on the blue line, and we are underway and a heavy check early there to get the game rocking. So Ryan Peterson steps into the game with a big early hit on the near wall, and it will begin with a breakout for Team Blue coming down the near side. Galloping ahead with it is Shane Lavelle. He'll carve his way into the near hand corner, taken back by Bennett Smolik. Smolik has some trouble in that near hand corner. It's pulled away and now poised by Wyatt Kaiser. He'll outlet for the winger Kostelecki. He'll go cross ice to Matthew Gleason. Steered into the wall is Gleason. Puck pounces loose, and now Jack Jensen, senior for the Eden Prairie Eagles this season, passes it back to center ice.
Well, I guess we know what side of the fence as far as intensity Ryan Peterson is on in this game. He's got to outweigh and out-height Matthew Gleason by about 40 pounds and 7 or 8 inches, but make no mistake, he sent a message to the red team in the first shift, or the first stride more than likely.
Back to the left point now, a shot that goes through just off the outside of the net by Frederick Payne, the Duluth East defenseman. Back in the far hand corner, swiveled back by Grant Doctor. An outlet pass to the near side now is Blue trying to get a breakout. It's cut down at the blue line, and just offside, Luke Leyland, who is the son of Corey Leyland, head coach of Hamlin University, where your son, Grant, is currently at right now.
Yeah.
Corey's in the house, saw him earlier, and obviously some great hockey pedigree in Luke Leyland.
Terrific hockey player. Corey Leyland is one of the smartest, most gifted as far as hockey IQ and hands players I've ever had the fortune of playing with, and his son is not far off.
Puck knocked down at center ice by Trevor Kukkonen. Maple Grove forward. He'll chip it down behind. On the wrap is Grant Doctor out of Minnetonka. Held at the right point by Nate Schweitzer. Schweitzer has the puck chipped around. Is chasing after it is Doctor. Picked back up by the red team in the defensive zone. It's Payne. He'll go D to D for his partner Schweitzer all the way to the cross ice now, and we have a stoppage as a bit of an altercation perhaps happening behind the play.
Was that a squabble there? Did we just did we have ourselves a little squabble in the corner? I tell you what, I'm finding it very difficult right now, Ben, to not say, oh, I really like that player, because I could say that to all 40 of these players. Yeah, just a little arm around the head, and any head contact in high school hockey, you're going to sit 2 minutes and feel a little bit of shame.
So coincidental penalties coming up here. One to Adam Fleming of Team Blue, as well as Frederick Payne of Team Red. They'll serve for 2 minutes, and we will play still 5-on-5 hockey here with 18:15 to go in the first period. Team Blue has it back in their own defensive zone now. Puck is stripped in the near-hand corner. Centering pass, blocked back to the point. Stepping in with a big shot is Boltman from the point. A rebound is spun on goal as well by Zach Michaelis. That misses the net, and it's slapped back out to center, where it can be corralled by Jake Boltman. Boltman's pass is too far for anybody to receive it. It's scooped up in the far hand corner. We're pulling around with it is Mike Vorlicki. Turnover at center, and Team Red will have it back. It's Michaelis. He'll go back. Colin Dorzinski is pulled into the play, but now a turnover. Trying to center it in front there is Team Blue from that left post. Instead, it's worked back to the point, but it's held by Mike Kester. Chaska Hawk, his shot goes on, and it's blocked away. Puck goes aerial, knocked down far hand corner. Team Red looking for an exit. They'll get one, but it's turned back around to Kester at center.
Yeah, this kid Kester, you're gonna mention his name quite a bit tonight. I remember covering a couple games for State of Hockey last year, and it was Kester. Just a graceful skater and a very, very smart player, wise with the puck. And this transitional game is second to none in the state, as far as I'm concerned.
Here he comes. Kester grooving through center. Outlet for a wrist shot and a rebound. They score. It's Jack Brasini on the near side, picks up the rebound, and Team Blue gets the game's first goal.
I believe that was off of Joe Miller, and that's by design. Joe Miller it says right here in his notes from his coach saying he's one of the smartest players. Kester wheels his way through the neutral zone, sees Joe Miller crossing the blue line with speed. Miller realizes that he doesn't have a chance to get through that strong side defenseman, so he decides to throw a shot that is more directed for a rebound. And Brasini was right there to tap it in. It's a perfect play, a designed play.
Talking with Greg May, head coach of the Blake Bears, he talked about the hockey IQ of Joe Miller, and I think that's what you're alluding to right there, Gino, is this kid thinks the game so well as just a sophomore playing for Blake, so he's a high-end talent, there's no question, and a big goal for Jake Brasini out of Buffalo, and so Team Blue has the early lead here with 16:41 to play in the first, but back will come Team Red and Bennett Smolek. Outlets for a wrist shot that's deflected wide by Clafton. Loose puck is scooped back up, and here comes Miller again with speed down the left wing wall. Miller tries to center. That one's intervened upon by your guy, Nate Schweitzer.
Nate Schweitzer, one of my favorite. He was a top 2 defenseman that I watched last year. It was really between him and Kester on any given day. Kester, I'd give you the up. Oh, here you go. He got a chance here, Ben.
Jack Jensen trying to cut back in. He'll get by one. The puck bounds loose and the net comes off, and we'll have a stoppage. 16:13 to play in a 1-0 game. Jake Brasini from Buffalo. It's the first ever goal in the history of the state of hockey.
That's it. He's got it. Frame the stick, frame the puck, frame the jersey. Frame it all. Put it all up here in the Trina Arena. You just saw a rush there by Jack Jensen, this 18. He is a power forward. This is a kid that's going to be interesting to see in an all-star game because in a regular high school game, straight up bully. Speed and a bully. So we'll see if he starts getting physical here.
Outlet pass to the near side. Cruising through center, a stretch pass that almost connected with Liam Malmquist. That was Edina to Edina. Mason Nevers to Liam Malmquist. We'll see if they can utilize any chemistry that they may have came into the game
3
with.
3 Edina guys behind the net there. 2 blue and 1 red. I like how they split that up. I like how they did the rosters like that.
Malmquist, nice centering pass alone in the slot with Lavelle. That one just bounded over his stick, and it will trickle its way back to center here with 15:41 to go. Opening period of play here from St. Paul. State of Hockey High School All-Star Prospect Game #1, and a great stretch pass there to spring Kostelecki in. Kostelecki from the near circle. It's loose in front and a wide open net from Jensen that he somehow fumbled wide. Here's Jensen again with a tethered shot that misses the net.
He got a lot of wood on that second one. The first one was bouncing, so he didn't get a good grip, but a great pass by Gleason to Jack Jensen, and he just put it wide of Fritzinger.
Behind the net now is Jensen. He'll battle with Vorlicki. Eden Prairie and Edina familiar with each other. Vorlicki wins the battle. He'll ring it all the way around to the near side.
Familiar but not friends. They're frenemies is what they are.
As out to center comes Shane Lavelle. Chaska Hawk has it turned over. Now back with time and space is Trevor Kukkonen to center. Intervened upon by Team Blue and Nate Warner. Trying to come back in a quick counterattack was Blue, but it's cut away. Now back will come Kukkonen down the near side. Kukkonen dancing, tries to drop it back for Luke Leyland. Leyland pirouettes away, slips past one check. He'll hold up and go to the near point. Here's a shot coming and stopped by Clafton off the stick of Bennett Smolek, whose father is no stranger to the game of hockey.
He's a big. I'm going to talk about Bennett Smolek right after I talk about Luke Leyland. That play on the boards, it wasn't just a spinorama. That was plain and simply a pocket pick is what he did. He goes over and it's just a quick tap of the stick, pops it up over. Oh, a great replay on the Jack Jensen there. Missed that cue, but Doug Zamolek, I got a chance to watch him play high school state tournament, Rochester, John Marshall, just truthfully a legend. Have played how many years did you mention in the National Hockey League? It was, however many it was more than I did. Every one of them was more than I got a chance to play.
Smolek,
rightfully so.
An 8-year pro in the NHL, playing with San Jose, Dallas, LA, and Chicago. As back down comes Team Blue, a wrist shot from the far side. That's Nate Warner. That one's knocked away by the glove of Brzezinski. Back will come Blue again with a wrist shot. That coming from the defenseman Doctor also misses the net, and Team Red will find the neutral zone. Chipped down the ice by Will Hillman, collected in the near hand corner by Mike Vorlicki on the ring around. It skirts back to center. Good gap from Schweitzer. And trying to get a dump. It's Team Red, and they do, from Trevor Kukkonen. Lots of time now for Vorlicki. Blazing down the right wing wall. He'll go cross corner. First one in on it is Jack Smith. Smith now to the point. Here's Doctor with time. He'll shoot. It's blocked by his own man in front. Now counterattacking his Team Red, and almost stretching there behind was Charlie Shane of Andover. And Team Blue survives a bit of a neutral zone scare there as Doctor can't get the breakdown. A turnover on the near side, put on goal from Jet Jungles, knocked away by Clafton. And that one is soccered up and out of play off the skate of Frederick Payne, and so we'll have a stoppage. 13:24 to go here in the first period. And what have you made of the pace so far, Gino?
6 more feet, and we'd have had a souvenir up here. There it is. Look at that! Look at that Das Boot. That was impressive. Oh, the pace! This is remarkable. I've been at Tria. I've watched high school games here, Bantam games here, Division III games with Hamlin, and this is right up there. This is as good as it's gonna get. So, however, again, they magically composed these teams. They did a wonderful job of picking them.
Face off on Team Blue's side of neutral. As back will come Team Red now with some speed. It's Zach Michaelis. He holds up, finds a later River, and a wrist shot from Jungles that misses the net. Left-hand corner looking for a breakout. Team Blue can't get it. Here's Jungles again. Tries to go to the near side. Could not connect with Charlie Shane. Senior from Andover goes to the point for Josh Lidke. Lidke couldn't handle it. He'll pull back into his own zone. Shimmies one back for his partner. And Team Red will look for an exit.
Lidke, I talked to Coach Steve Aronson from Minnetonka last year, and it says on this, oh, here you go, you got a break. That's all you.
Quick turnaround here, trying to center it. As Charlie Shane could not connect with Kyler Clevin from Moorhead, who was waiting on the far side of the ice. Back now comes Jungles. He can't get a shot off. Scoop back up, and pulling it away to center is Jake Bersini. Bersini goes to the right-hand wall, gets a give and go back. Coming in is Bryce Brodzinski, very familiar last name if you're familiar with high school hockey in Minnesota. There's a lot of them running around.
And college hockey in Minnesota.
And pro hockey anywhere. As right back in now comes Team Blue, and a shot from a sharp angle by Bersini misses the net. He's got some talent.
He's hot right now. He got a bunch of confidence. Got a goal in his first shift. He's not done for the night.
Ryan O'Neill back to the point. Here comes a shot through. That was blocked off the stick of Evan Bushy.
Jack Bayless.
O'Neill, great cross-ice pass. And a shot for a rebound, they score!
Look at this, Joe Miller in on another one. Ryan Peterson, we got to see this on replay. Ryan Peterson, I can't tell right away if he didn't get all of that shot, or if he did put that just like their first goal, that pass off the pads. Joe Miller there to gobble up the rebound and put her home. Right place, right time. Terrific pass. Oh, was that Ryan O'Neill that sent that pass across to Ryan Peterson? You know, and on the bio here it says Vanelli talks about how Ryan O'Neill is a pass-first player. And just a terrific vision on that kid. Great pass to Petey and in the back of the net for Joe Miller.
It was Miller making the pad pass on the first goal.
Yeah.
It was him being the recipient of a pad pass from Peterson on that. So Team Blue
monkey see, monkey do.
has doubled their lead here with 11:42 to go. The back will come Team Red into the far-hand corner. Pulling away is Tyler Kostelecki. He has it turned over. Back will come Team Blue. Good gap at center.
Oh, good step. Just
pulled away by Nevers. It was a good read from Wyatt Kaiser. And now up the far wall we come for a turnover and a big shot through from Grant Doctor that had a vapor trail behind it, but it missed the net.
Looked like hit an oil slick on the way to the net.
Turnover inside the offensive line for Team Red. Taken back by Doctor, but he has his pocket picked. Here's Gleason. Near circle. He'll shoot. Glove save. Clafton, no rebound.
Wow, way to stay out. Fritzinger. Benny?
Oh, it's Fritz. No. Oh, pardon me. It is Fritzinger.
You had me checking my notes. I was like, wait a minute.
Thank you for that.
Am I crazy? Are you crazy? Neither of us are crazy. We were just off.
That's Benny Fritzinger out of Andover.
You see how far he stayed out, though, there. Fritzinger stayed out. He didn't suck back into the goal line. He stayed out on the top of the crease, even on a 2-on-1. Good confidence in Fritzinger.
Puck back at center with 10:58 to go here in the first period. 2-0 Team Blue. Behind the net, it's Johnny Myers. He'll center one in front. That one's collected by Dorzinski. No problem on a sharp angle swing in front from that near-hand corner as you get a good look at Johnny Myers out of Egan.
I think that was a sneaky shot there. I'm a big fan of this. It's a jerk sauce shot. It's a selfish shot if it doesn't make. But you're going to catch a goalie off guard, shooting that thing behind the net. Sometimes they're off the short side post. You're going to catch their shoulder, their elbow, their ear, the back of the leg, and it's going to go in the back of the net. I really like the confidence in that shot.
Schweitzer a solid breakout, trying to angle it ahead is Will Hillman. Back to play it behind. Fritzinger up the near wall. Pulled up for a turnover and a centering look where Kukkonen was waiting nearby. He couldn't corral it in front. Hillman on the forecheck brings down Doctor behind, who stays with it on his knees. Good breakout pass to connect with Adam Fleming, who will go out to center. Here comes Kukkonen. On the backhand, he'll go deep, Doctor in after it. He'll hard wrap one all the way around. We're off the bench to collect it is Jack Smith. Jack Smith, teammate of Nate Warner at St. Cloud Cathedral. Ooh, and an almost big look at center for a big hit, but that was just narrowly missed.
I think Frederick laid off of him on that one, to be honest with you, Benny.
Now here is Frederick Payne.
He's a Duluth kid. That's how they know how to play the game. It's got to be physical and fast.
Will Hillman back through center. Has a player trailing behind him on the back check. That's Jack Smith into the far hand corner. Flipped back to the point for a wrist shot. Through from Jake Boltman, blocked by the skate of Noah Tussey. 9:43 to play here in a 2-0 game. Team Blue on top. Here with a pair of goals. Brasini with one, Joe Miller with the other. As now here's Josh Lidke, Denver Pioneer commit. He'll go to the far blue line. Pass that could not be connected, and now trying to stretch on a long lead pass was Mike Kester. He had a man in Ryan O'Neill behind, and that wound up as an icing call.
I got to go back to Lidke because we started talking about him. I started bringing up that point about talking to Steve Aronson, and then that amazing play down here happened for the red team. But Lidke, I talked to Steve Aronson last year, and when he was out of the lineup, they couldn't quite figure it out. They were missing something. And when he was in the lineup, I believe they were undefeated. He said that he's the heart and the soul of the team. So not only a very skilled player, but just all of the intangibles emotionally that you need to be a successful hockey player.
Indeed, they were a perfect 17-0 were the skippers with Lidke in the lineup. So clearly not only a great player, but a consummate winner as well, as that proved in that record. As Team Red has it back in their own zone here, galloping back for it after chipping it to himself is Jet Jungles. He runs into trouble in that far corner. He'll ring it all the way back around where it's met by Jake Ratzlaff, who can really bring it, but he misses the net with a sharp angle shot. That will serve as a clear for Team Red, and now back in their own zone. Mike Kester finds a breakout pass where Brasini will sling it all the way to the near side of the ice.
Jake Ratzlaff, 6'2", 194-pound sophomore. When you said can really bring it, is an understatement. A kid that big that sees the game this well has got a ton of potential to play the game for a long time. And I hear he's also a terrific baseball player.
And a football player, a linebacker for the Irish down in Rosemount. So he's a big boy that can really play with some physicality as well, as Team Red has it back in the offensive zone now. Far corner, Charlie Shane turned over. Team Blue, they've had a quick counterattack so far this afternoon, but that one's cut away by Wyatt Kaiser at his own blue line. The dump in from Nevers, collected and moved to the far side of the ice by Bennett Smolik. A one-touch breakout, has speed for Kyler Clevin dancing through.
Wow.
Clevin comes in, has it poked away by Fritzinger. Taken right back down now as Clevin swings one to the middle. Nice play to the forehand and a wrist shot from Rhett Pitlick. That one was waffled away as another one pounded in front by Schweitzer. As Team Red getting some momentum here.
How about that catch and release by Pitlick? That was not a high school hair. He dusted off a couple times. He picked that thing up and he ripped it immediately.
Pitlick in the vicinity of a puck in front again. He'll get after it now in the near corner. Up to the near point. Held nicely as stepping down. Jack Bayless to Pitlick. Centering as Bayless had walked in. There's a wrist shot in front. And Pitlick puts one off the post right in front. Pitlick on the backside. He's open. That puck bounces away. Rhett Pitlick doing it all right now offensively on this shift here. Best sustained pressure that Team Red has had so far in this game.
Yeah. And now they're going to have at least a 2-minute. They're just going to give him a 2-minute roughing is my assumption here because it's an all-star game and he hit a 6'4" individual.
Pitlick bringing down
just a roughing.
Peterson, who may remember that later on in this game. We already saw Peterson's physicality on display in the literal first shift of the game.
Yep.
Here's another look at it.
Yeah, that's pending the scenario. That's a judgment call on the referee. I'm assuming it's just going to be a roughing call. Maybe he was standing up for his boy Gleason, who took the brunt of a Peterson hit 13 seconds into this game.
And so it'll be the game's first power play here with 7:10 to go. Team Blue with a chance to stretch the lead after getting their ears pinned back a little bit on an offensive shift by Team Red. Matthew Gleason, who head coach of Cretin-Durham Hall, Matt Funk, said is their best penalty killer. He has an endless motor, and he's the absolute professional when he plays the game, and as only a high schooler nonetheless. He's a player that any coach would love, and I know you're a big fan of his as well, Gino.
He has, I tell you what, since he was a squirt. I've seen that kid play since he was a squirt, and he's been the exact same player. He is a consummate professional, but he enjoys it too. Like, he just loves that competitiveness, and I can just see him being a penalty killer for eternity. Oh boy.
Peterson turns one over. Jensen's in short-handed, and it's turned away by Fritzinger. Point blank Best stop of the game we've seen on either side right now.
That was sensational. Oh, yes, that one or the last one that Pitlick just went off of the blocker side a minute ago. But absolutely a clean break, short-handed. Unfortunately, Jensen couldn't put it away to bring Red within one.
Steering in is Myers, looking to go glove side. Snatched out of the air by the netminder Colin Dorzinski for a stoppage with 6:17 to play here in the first. Minute and 7 seconds to go in the power play as we take a look at these last
Here's
two chances.
the breakout here. Jensen goes in there and picks that pocket cleanly. He tries to dress it up and go 5-hole, but Fritzinger did not lift his stick. Most goalies at high school will move that stick out of the way, and Jensen's got an easy tap in, but Fritzinger held his ground and kept his stick in the right place.
Didn't dress it up. I like that. Simple.
You can use that. You can use that. You can use that.
So Team Red will get a clear with 58 seconds to go. Hard forecheck coming in there to try to knock the puck loose. That's Leyland trying to get crafty. Blue will get a breakout. As here comes Noah Tussey, Stillwater, Minnesota native. He's hammered along the far wall by Kaiser.
Terrific
Coming
step.
in is Doctor, and he'll set it up with help from Mike Vorlicki. Here's Vorlicki up top. Goes to the outlet. One-timer missed on, but it goes down to the goal line. Centering pass. Goes into Dorzinski, and he hangs on for a stoppage.
The infamous Brodzinski shot. I don't care what name it is. They can, shoot it.
And so we'll take a quick pause here on our part of the broadcast, and we'll send it down to Ann, who's with the Director of Central Scouting for the NHL, Dan Marr. Ann, what do you got for us?
You guys, I do not have Dan Marr here. I have Greg Rajaden with NHL Central Scouting. Greg, what does a game like this mean to your organization?
Well, it's a good opportunity to bring all the top players in Minnesota into one venue and let them compete against each other. I mean, it's not their comfort zone with their teams, but at least at the same time we get to see all the talent that's here in Minnesota.
I feel like in Minnesota we're kind of pioneers in a game like this.
Yeah, there are prospects games, in the USHL, North American League, up in Canada and so forth, and this is the first one here in Minnesota, so it's a good start, and started out with a big hit in the game, and guys are starting to move the puck, so it's a good deal for the fans and the players.
All right, Greg, thank you. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Ann. Well, not much was really missed during that interview. Got some good insight.
No, perfect.
But we've got 4:53 to play here in the first. We've got nothing to report from that power play. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Team Red's got it back in their own zone.
He did bring up a very valid point, and you got to rush here, Ben. You got to take it.
Centering look for a 1T from the left circle. That's Zach Michaelis, misses the net. Michaelis has it now in the far corner, taken off of his stick by Jake Bersini, and Doctor will come up the far wall. Bersini just inside of his own blue line, swivels it back where it's picked up by Mike Vorlicki again. Vorlicki has a player launched forward, he can't connect, and now Red will look for an entry.
So what I'm mentioning there is that I am absolutely stunned. They do have prospects games everywhere. They have them in Alberta, SJ, whatever, but I'm so shocked it's never been done here.
Wrist shot right from the ticks coming in from Shane, missed, and a sling-on goal from that near corner by Jet Jungel, who's also fought off by Fritzinger. And back the other way we come with Blue, centering pass for a wrist shot that was blocked, trying to stay with it after getting it blocked was Ryan O'Neill. Couldn't collect it, but he'll stay on the battle. The far-hand corner. Swung in front, nobody home off the stick of Liam Malmquist, and now Team Red will come 1-on-2. It's Charlie Shane trying to craft his way past the defense. Cannot do so as Kester intervenes. Back behind the net now, it's Jake Ratzlaff. Ratzlaff comes up the far wall, held the outside hash mark by Rhett Pitlick. And now Blue will have a breakout through the Wild logo at center here at the Trier rink, and in with speed comes Shane Lavelle, but that's turned over. Scooped back up by Kyler Clevin.
This
another turnover in the slot for a wrist shot through traffic that got blocked away, as nobody wants to let you get a point out here right now, Gino, because every time you talk, there's a scoring chance.
It's so great, so fast back and forth. Every time I start, look at this. I mean, every time I start saying something, it's just boom, boom, boom. Great turnover, great turnover, great turnover. High-octane hockey, exactly what we were hoping for is exactly what we're getting.
Here's Josh Lidke now, carving in. Nice one-touch passing, but that was taken back by Blue, and they'll look to counterattack here with speed. Mason Nevers, son of Tom Nevers, former University of Minnesota Golden Gopher.
Baseball and hockey player. No big deal, right?
Can do it all, apparently.
That's
I would imagine Mason's not too far off from that either. As back will come Wyatt Kaiser, who's got a good hockey lineage of himself with a drop pass and a great save by Fritzinger right on the doorstep off the stick of Jack Bayless. Good pressure here by Team Red. Puck in the high slot gets by Jensen. Swivel now to center.
I noticed that Fritzinger's an offhand goalie here. He's a right glove catch. And I tell you what, I couldn't shoot on a goalie like that till I was well into college. Because you're just so accustomed to one manner unless you've got one on your team. And there's such a rarity. So they're really at the advantage at this age level, because I'm accustomed to, I always shoot high glove or low blocker. But there, it's not open when the goalie's got the glove on the wrong side. So they might be throwing these guys for a loop. Not only that, the kid's good, and he's in the way of the puck.
Offsides blown down against Team Blue here with 2:05 to play. Be sure to stay tuned after the period for our 4-Star Hockey Intermission Report. Like that?
I know those guys. I've heard of those. I've heard of that guy.
Brought to you by Gino Parrish and 4-Star Hockey.
That's right.
But hold on, as a turnover right in the slot there as a shot comes down from Adam Fleming. It's fought off by Dorzinski.
It didn't miss by much when it hits. Oh,
there's a shot tipped in front for a rebound. They score.
Don't tell me Miller was in on that one too. Nope, it wasn't.
Johnny Myers puts it away after the turnover, which happened a moment ago, ended up in the back of the net. Myers on the rebound after a redirect, and showing up where good goal scorers go, the Egan native there, wasn't he, Gino?
All 3 goals been off of the right pad here. Look at that. A nice stretch. He was clearly screened. He couldn't see that. It looked like Frederick Payne might have just been blocked, obscuring his vision just enough. He had to stretch out to make that save, a terrific save, but there was Johnny on the spot. Johnny on the spot. Myers was there to bash it. And all 3 goals have been off that right pad and a rebound goal.
So a 3-0 deficit facing Team Red in the face here as Team Blue makes it 3-0, and they'll come right back in on the offense with Warner. He has it stripped away at center. Now it's Trevor Kukkonen behind the back. Little flashy move for a drop pass and a big shot that goes high over the net.
Just about 8 feet over the net.
Held to the left point for a shot, tipped in front. Makes its way back behind instead, where it's scooped up by Evan Bushy.
Feet, buddy.
Out to center, taken back by Nate Schweitzer. Schweitzer galloping in. Taken back by Team Blue now, where it's sifted up and off the wall to center. Hammered right back down by Jake Boltman. 1 minute to play here in the first.
I expect to see more of what you just saw there. You saw Kester's really the first defenseman to jump up through the neutral zone. And I expect to see more of that out of Nate Schweitzer, because that's what he did all year. But no, 3-1 here, buddy.
There's a step that turns into a counterattack the other way. A 5-hole shot. That one fought off by Fritzinger as well, who's had a perfect first.
And a 4-on-1 rush. I don't care what level, what league, what game, what prospects, whatever. A 4-on-1 rush. Terrific save, but wow, what just a breakdown.
Hillman goes to the defense of Boltman, sent back down low, is now steering through center. Team Blue out with speed. It's Orlicki all the way in. Orlicki around the right-hand circle. Centers in front, never made it there. Back behind now, Red with it back. 12 seconds to go. Steered all the way out, where now Red will have one last chance at it. A backdoor feed. One more pass that's blocked away. One pass too many as Team Blue survives that. And they play themselves a perfect first period as we come to the end of one. 3-0 in favor of Team Blue. So, Gino Parrish, after a first period that saw a pretty frantic pace for a lot of that, your thoughts?
Well, we mentioned before the start of this, you didn't quite know how this was going to go. You knew you had the top talent in the state of Minnesota. So we were all hoping for that run and gun action. And, 13 seconds into this game, you get a huge hit on Ryan Peterson, on one of my favorite kids, Matthew Gleason. The kid knows how to take a punch, got back up and made the most of it. But really, really set the tempo for this game.
Well, we will step away here for a moment, a promo from State of Hockey, and we'll return with the 4-Star Hockey Intermission Report. It's 3-0. Team Blue has the lead here after period 1 in St. Paul.
There's a big blue line that runs around this state. A line that defines not only a place, but a place in our hearts. Because in this place, hockey is more than what we play. It's who we are. This is the State of Hockey.
Played out to the blue line. This is Vaith. Vaith tries to play it off the backhand, but out of the reach of Tatro. Now Mac Walkington, good tip over to Funk. Funk's got some speed. Dangle to the side. Backhander, top corner. Wow, what a goal from Riley Funk. As he dips the defender with a great toe drag. And then goes to the backhand, up and over top of the glove of Matthew Radomski. Boy, Funk showing some speed and some hands on that play.
Left side to Belinsky. Belinsky. He'll go around the boards to McCoskey. McCoskey plays it back down low to Gibbons. Gibbons going to look for some help. Gibbons tied up. Marshall in there to find a loose puck. Out front. That just fails to connect. And what a goal! Belinsky got the shot off the end boards, played it to the left side, and I'm pretty sure McCoskey took that out of the air. What great hand-eye coordination. And on the power play, the Neepawa Natives are first to get on the scoreboard.
Paulo turning on the boards, but he loses the puck, and the Chiefs will send it down the ice into the express zone. Matthews out of his net, Slippick pressuring up ice. And then Slippick stole it, Sinners out in front, shot! Score! No! Matthews got back and made the save! I thought they scored! Oh my!
Center. Babachuk still with it. Left side, cutting towards net. Babachuk all the way around the world. Corey Babachuk now back at the blue line. Still with it, my goodness. Babachuk still with it, going all the way around for his second lap, as now he cuts out in front. Babachuk right in front, the shot, the save, able, rebound, and he scores! Corey Babachuk gives the Spruce Grove Saints the 4-3 win. Corey Babachuk with the overtime winner!
And I'm going to call that one the merry-go-round. Goes around the net twice, 2 whole laps, and then comes out in front of the net after putting out a demonstration of the skill of his hands and feet to beat the defender in the corner and just puts his own rebound into the back of the net. Beautiful goal there from Corey Babachuk. That's 2 solo efforts tonight, helping them get the win. Cam Mitchell for the 3rd goal, and Corey Babachuk for the 4th.
Walsh again. He has it up top. He'll wind away. Brown walking right down the middle to his backhand. Between the legs, he scores! An incredible finish from Matt Brown, and it's 6-3. Wow! Roll the highlight reel. Matt Brown with a bit of skill.
Getting back defensively. Bulls weren't ready for that pass across. Noah Carlin dropped back because the Brahmas were going to be released. Here is Genuine, and he scores! Beat him like a red-head mule. Oh my, was that pretty! Logan Genuine went around the Brahmas like Orange Cone construction season and put a shot through the legs of Seth Eisel. 2-0 Amarillo. 2 minutes, 42 seconds, the time of the Logan Genuine goal.
Face-off won by the North Stars. A rush up the left wing. With it is Gunnar Barrasso. Walks it in. Double deke. Backhand try. Did Babacool stop that? You gotta be kidding me. Reaches back behind him with the glove hand and denies Gunnar Barrasso a breakaway goal.
Back and forth we go. Skating strong Carmichael. Drags it, left side, shot on a goal again. Boy, Susetti is down for the count right now. That's going to be Mitten, a great pass. I believe that was Drobot who came across, and they're going wide on Cross right now, far wide, and they found Mitten over there on the left side. That's his first goal this season. He'd been a player with them last year. Drobot right circle, feeds it wide, nobody there. And an opening because of it.
Yeah, that's right. There's a stick that came up and out of the hands and right back into the hands of a Chill skater, Brady Lindauer. Chill put it towards the net. They score out of the air. They'll say yes. What a play. Mid-level stick redirection in front. Barabo can't believe it. And it's 3-1 just like that with 5:27 left here in the first period. And you can hear beneath me Jerry Rank saying 2-5, 2-5. That again is Kid Magnavite.
Skates here is Johnson. Jones trying to come in to help out as well. This is brought back out to center here by Powell River. Their pass was knocked down. Giardozzi in the high slot, holding back to the left wing side. Sidonia pass in front. They score! What a pass by Blake Sidonia, and Carter Jones finishes it off, and Trail takes a 2-0 lead. Have a night, Blake Sidonia. Goal and an assist. Carter Jones with a goal and an assist as well.
Greg in the Chilliwack zone. Wrist shot, scores! Rips it under the bar! Connor Grega ties the game. 2-2. Beautiful shots. As Grega just got the puck just inside the blue line and just ripped a missile. Farrell, Kimmins, DePaulo up front on the 5-on-3. Cooper one-timer, scores! Drew Cooper blasted in off the goalpost, and it's a 5-4 game with 6:31 remaining here in the third period. DePaulo turning on the boards, but he loses the puck, and the Chiefs will send it down the ice into the express zone. Matthews out of his net, Slippick pressuring up ice, and then Slippick stole it, centers out in front, shot, score! No, no! Matthews got back and made the save! Chilliwack thought they scored! Oh my! And it's poked up and in comes Mohagan. He'll dance in, he'll feed her across, and a pad save by Matthews! His best of the night with the left pad. Back to the line to Dallas Farrell, to follow the screen. Back to Walton, slap shot, scores! First in the BCHL for Peter Walton. The Express are on the board with the power play goals 2-1. Now Kimmins has got it again with some time. He'll feed Farrell. He shoots, he scores! Farrell rips it over the glove of Davidson, and the Express have a 2-0 lead. We're now in the last minute of the play here in the second period, and now Christian Sanda cutting it on goal to the net. Sanda scores! Second of the night for Christian Sanda. It's a late second period explosion. They now lead 6-0. Walton, right side Kimmins, walks in, down low to Paulo. Trying to jam at it. It's loose. Farrell healed it. Puck was rolling. He tried to be too fancy. Now Kimmins down to DePaulo. Centers it. Farrell waits. Back across. Wildauer scores! Second of the period for Josh Wildauer on the power play. The Express now have a 4-2 lead.
did on the red team. Not that the red team played any more selfishly. We just saw a little bit more unity and more support from the blue team, especially offensively, and being able to put the puck in the back of the net here.
Both teams coming back out onto the ice here. They'll switch ends now for the second period, which always makes for the always ever dangerous second period line change, where you may see the likes of Jake Bolton.
Long change.
Maybe a lot more room to make that stretch
Yep,
pass. He
you're
really
right.
had a pretty tight window to make that one that you were alluding to back in the first period here. So should be a really entertaining second after a great first, and might see a little jump from Red in the first 5 minutes.
It would be. Yeah, maybe they set that tempo there with that the Ryan Peterson hit, right? Go the opposite direction or just spring somebody right away. There's no way this game is going to end 3-0. I don't want to say that. Knock on wood. No, with the way that these guys are playing offensively and defensively, there's no way that this game is going to end 3-0. I would expect Red to pop a couple here. I don't think Blue's done scoring either here.
Do you think Bill Butters went in and just gave them a lashing?
He's in Hockey Ministries right now, so he should be up here between periods with me, helping me out, truth be told. But no, Bill Butters isn't doing that. You know what? The coaches that they brought in here are positive reinforcement coaches, and the game has changed. That dynamic has changed. That the fire and brimstone coaching is on its way out, a la the same as the heavyweights in the NHL. Yeah, there's a time and a place for everything. You gotta lean on some guys. You gotta snap the towel a little bit harder, crack the whip a little bit harder every once in a while. But at the same time, it's more about communication and positive reinforcement and teaching the game than it is you suck, sit down, or you're a bad player, sit down. Did that just happen? I just pushed my cough.
I observed before the game, and again to go back to that hockey fraternity piece. Players from both sides, not only because they play with each other during the winter months on their actual teams, but a very cohesive unit. Even though they're playing against each other today, everybody kind of knows each other, especially amongst the elite levels of the high school game. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. These kids have played growing up in the summers and tournaments, and they play in the Elite One League against each other. And not only that, but they're positionally sound. So usually when you get a bunch of guys together, they don't know, what are you playing, right wing? Are you playing center? Are you playing left wing? These are elite players, so they understand the basic comprehension of positional play, which is going to help them out.
Period 2 underway. We'll see what the second chapter of hockey has in store for us here this afternoon from St. Paul, and it will be Nate Schweitzer turning his way in to begin the offense for Team Red. Puck comes up the far wall. Out will come Bryce Brodzinski. Tries to connect at center with Jack Smith, and Smith was offsides, and so just as quickly as we begin our period, we will stop. 19:37 to go here in the second face-off on Team Red's side of neutral.
And you have seen a lot of back and forth action. We haven't seen, one icing so far, only seen a couple of offsides. I like that the referees are letting these kids play, letting them showcase their talents. It's not about the referees, this is all about the kids.
Face-off won by Team Red. Out to center now, a breakout connected to Luke Leyland. Now looks to the far wall, a shot that hits Leyland on the way through. He'll look into the far corner and try to pull away with time and space. Pinned up down low is Trevor Kukkonen. Kukkonen escapes. He'll go to the goal line, tiptoes his way around. Kukkonen still with it. He'll spin and shoot, and a save made by Fritzinger.
Save made by Fritzinger. You've said that quite a bit.
I have. He had a great first. Made 10 saves on 10 shots in that first period. He stays perfect so far. We won't use that S word, though.
Yeah.
Down the wall on a turnover, though, is walking right in on point-blank shot was Hillman. That one's fought off.
Looked like the puck turned up on its edge right before he got a hold of it. Hillman is a big, strong kid with a heavy shot. I would have liked to have seen him got that one cleanly. Maybe challenged Fritzinger for a goal.
Good hit down low from Lidke. And Blue tries for a pass to the point. Goes awry and goes all the way down. That won't be icing as it comes off the Team Blue stick. And so resetting behind is Grant Doctor.
Doctor, great hand-eye coordination and a nice break here. O'Neill.
Excellent stretch pass. O'Neill centers, gets a hop that's collected by Joe Miller. He's got a goal and an assist so far in this game. Just a sophomore. Boy, as he jumped in and put his name on the billboard to begin this afternoon. As here he is again. Miller drops it back now, is trying to step down is Brasini, who also has got a goal in this game. This line has been strong. Brasini now to Miller. Miller surveying, centers in front. Spinning is O'Neill, taken back by Team Red.
Ryan O'Neill couldn't get anything on that one. He just caught an edge, or lost an edge.
Here's Jungle's backside feed. Fritzinger came over to make the save. It was well defended by Mike Kester, who got a stick on it. And he'll turn it back up the other way as now in comes Mason Nevers. He'll hold up. O'Neill's pass was behind Kester, who was creeping down that backside. Kester connects with Shane Lavelle. Their Cascahawk teammates. It's a centering pass, deflects on goal. Dorzinski handles it, and a quick turnaround the other way. Coming Team Red, going to the net is
look at
Payne,
this.
and he's hauled
They're gonna
down.
ring him up?
And we'll see. It will be interesting to see. And will we see a penalty shot here? Doesn't look like it. You really wanted that,
I really
didn't you?
wanted to see that penalty shot. I'm a huge fan. I love the shootouts. I love the penalty shots. I love that one-on-one scenario, the make or break moment. But you know what? To no avail for my luck. But it was definitely a penalty, and you know what? It was a terrifically drawn penalty by Frederick Payne, who got the first penalty of the game. But he drove the net. Otherwise, he'd have had a perfectly good 1-on-0 chance.
So power play coming up here for Team Red. As Lidke goes down, nice spin move out of the corner from Kyler Clevitt. And Team Blue looking up to center. First power play of the game here for Team Red. First penalty kill of the game for Team Blue, and I'm sure both coaches looking to, or all the coaches in the building looking to see what all these players can do both on the power play and the penalty kill.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And this is where it gets a little awkward. No matter how skilled you are, you have your certain power play setups. You have a certain chemistry that goes along with that. And when you're out there with new players, no matter how good they are, you're like, wait, is he gonna? Am I gonna? Should we go to the? Crap! And it's out of our zone.
Perhaps showing a bit here is Team Red yet to find a proper entry. Trying to do so is the Moorhead Spud, Kyler Clevin. He'll hand off for a reverse down the wall from Bayless that only finds Shane Lavelle, who almost stretched it all the way down for Nate Warner. And Dorzinski will hold on to that for a second to let Warner move away. And now it's Josh Lidke all the way across the ice. Bayless taps it back where it can be pulled away by Jake Boltman.
Terrific pressure here by Lavelle. Is the name that we mentioned. I thought I'd hear a little bit more of this second half. I watched him play 3-4 times last year, and just a terrific talent, a Division I kid at the very least. And right now he is causing all sorts of havoc for the power play for Red.
36 seconds to go, and the penalty to Jake Ratzlaff for hooking as Lidke veers it down the wall behind the net. Trying to pull it out from behind the cage is Rhett Pitlick. He's got Bayless with him. A check takes the puck off the stick of Evan Bushy. And now it's held by Kaiser, who spins it on goal, deflected in front nicely by the stick Bayless. But that one was held by Fritzinger. And now this puck is marshaled back to the point. That hops just over the stick of Kaiser out to center.
Nice play by Kaiser on the wall there to keep the puck in. It just unfortunately was a bouncing puck there.
Kaiser flings it over to the far wall. Back to the right point. Shot coming through with traffic in front that's tipped on the way by Kostelecki. That bounces wide. Penalty has expired. Back to 5-on-5 hockey with 15:15 to go in a 3-0 game so far here in the second. It's been scoreless. As Team Blue goes back onto the offense now with Lavelle, a flash of speed down the near wall. He'll go in on the forecheck on Bennett Smolik. Smolik fights him off, and he'll outlet for Tyler Kostelecki. And Kostelecki turns his way to center, trying to zip past the defense on the near wall as Jack Jensen. He'll get into it, bulldozing his way down behind. Centers it in front for Gleason. That one was too far. Here's Schweitzer at the right point. He'll shoot through traffic. Save made Fritzinger.
They're going to have to get more traffic in front of Fritzinger. Just plain and simply, everything he sees, he not only sees and gets it, but he controls the rebound. They really have not had a shot that he hasn't been dead center in front of. Maybe with the exception of one on Pitlick down here in the first period. But he's got great eyes. He follows the puck very, very well and positionally sound on his angles. They're going to have to get some traffic if they're going to want to get one by him.
2 shots apiece here in the second period. As Schweitzer, who's been calm, cool, and collected all games so far, goes back to the cross-ice side for Luke Leyland. Now behind Team Red on the offense. They've been here all period so far. It's been a good response after a tough first for Team Red. As behind the net, it's Grant Doctor. It spins in front. Here's Leyland. Bounces it off a skate. Was working its way towards goal, but never made it through. A massive skates in front. Great pickpocket by Leyland, who waltzes in. What a move from Leyland, and he couldn't put it home. Oh, was that crafty from Luke Leyland.
If you could do a replay, I guarantee you might be able to get a hook out of Fritzinger on Leyland. Leyland picks the pocket of the winger and fries the D. And then gets dragged down.
Kukin in a drop pass there for a shot that misses the net. It bounces in front, and it goes back down for a ring from Doctor. And this blue team needs a line change, and they'll get one after that deflects down and does not go for icing.
All right. Red team is back, baby. Red team is alive.
Red team on the offense now. Bounces back into the near corner. Will Hillman, who was just denied his last shift on a great opportunity, has the puck taken away by Ryan O'Neill.
Great stick. I love that pocket picking. Just great hand-eye and great timing.
O'Neill tries for a one-on-one move. He's denied. The wrap will go deep. Blue gets onside, and now it's O'Neill just in front of his own bench. A shot that's deflected wide in front. Team Red gets it back. Centering pass collected by Jungles, but turned right back around, trying to cut down the near wall was Brodzinski. And again, it's Schweitzer knocking the play away and getting it deep. He'll go for a line change with 12:55 to go, but right back comes Blue with Bryce Brodzinski. Down the right wing wall, Brodzinski trying to feather it in. It's still loose, Brodzinski trying to get to it. That one slashed away out to center. Puck changing hands a bit here. And a glancer up off the glass will spring Red in, but pass at the line is turned right back around, and here comes Joe Miller. Down the right wall, Miller opens up, tried to shoot. It got blocked by Boltman. Puck is loose behind. Nobody saw it squirt loose, and now it's Lidke, but he finds only the stick of Ryan O'Neill. Here's O'Neill trying to go all the way across, intercepted. Back comes Jungles trying to stab it away at center, and instead it pounds its way back down behind where Lidke scampers back to get it. Lidke reverses up the near wall to Jungles. And Jungles, nice play to cut away. He'll go to the weak side of the ice for Lidke.
The one thing I'm noticing here more than anything, really truthfully, terrific transitional play on everybody's behalf and offensively, but the defensive effort from the forwards coming back to back checks is truly spectacular. Everybody, it seems like all 5 guys defensively, they want to win this game. It's not just showcase me, it's I want to win this game. They're showing that competitive edge, which is what every scout and every fan that's here wants to see.
Great pass from Malmquist to the back post, and a good stop from Dorzinski as that one, a tremendous feed between a pair from the Emerald City there.
That was spectacular. Sorry, I had to spit that one out, man. That was a great glove save right there. The puck going across the crease, and he gets a stick on a puck, but he's like, oh, is this thing going in? Boom, no, I got that. I'm going to Kirby puck at this bad boy.
And so we've had a goalie change at the other end. That'll be it for Ben Fritzinger, who posts as a no-no. And instead it will be now Charlie Glockner from Minnetonka. He's a state champion. He'll come in. I'd imagine we'll see Dorzinski on his way out in lieu for Carter Clafton here soon for Team Red. 11:25 to go, and a turnover in front that was put on goal from Brett Pitlick. That got blocked. Now behind the net, it's Ryan Peterson. Turns it over to the point. A pass that gets through in front. Slapped away, and now for a 2-on-1. It's a pair of Edina natives coming in. Here's Malmquist. Left circle off the crossbar.
Terrific play. I love that on a 2-on-1. I love a kid with the confidence to just shoot the puck on a 2-on-1.
Right back the other way, though, comes Team Red. The pass from Clevin could not connect. Fire wagon hockey here as end-to-end we go, rush after rush. One crossbar the other way, a 3-on-2 the other with 10:53 to go here in a 3-0 second period.
Glockner doesn't quite have a shot yet, and it's always odd. You know, you never know coming in. He's a state champion, but still, these guys are warm. All the players are warm. He's cold right now coming in to a red hot team. Wait, red red team. You know what I mean? So many reds and so many hots in there. Oh, we got an injury here. Man
don't
down.
like to see that. Trying to.
We've got looks like Frederick Payne.
Frederick Payne
was down. It's a nurse on a shoulder, but he's a Duluth East kid, so you know he could be missing that limb, and he would skate off the ice.
Looked like he got a stick in there from Doctor.
I'm gonna go. Maybe it tugged on his arm the wrong way. Maybe he embellished it a little bit. Maybe a little bit of both. It really didn't look as severe as the stoppage made it out to be.
In any event, still 3-0, 10:24 to go. Team Blue back on the offense as Dr. trundles one up off the glass out of play. Another stoppage. And with that stoppage, we'll go down to Ann Butters Anderson, who is with a scout for the Boston Bruins, a very familiar face if you've watched the state high school hockey tournament here in Minnesota. Mike McGraw, the professor. Ann.
Hi, gentlemen. Yes, I have Mike McGraw here with the Boston Bruins. Mike, what is a game like this? What are you looking for out of these players in a game like this?
Well, beyond their skill level, how hard they compete, how hard they work, if they give it up for their teammates, all of those little things. You know, you're looking for a kid just to stand out in a special way.
I'm going to kind of sidestep from this game. We're heading into the 25th year of the girls' state tournament and the 75th year of the boys' state tournament, and you've always been a very big part of that. What does that kind of mean to you as we've hit these milestones?
Well, I think for the girls, number one, I couldn't be prouder of their program. I think it's wonderful, and all the opportunities our girls are getting to go play all over the country. I think that's wonderful. And for the boys, the staying power of their tournament for 75 years is just unbelievable. It's great. There's some great names, and you start picking an all-star team for 75 years, it's difficult.
That's true. All right, guys, back to you.
All-star from 75 years. I think I might have made the cut. I think I might have made it.
Thank you, Ann. Always great to hear from Mike, a staple of hockey in St. Paul specifically when you think about all the work he's done commentating on state high school hockey games down here. It's fun to think about the season kind of beginning here at the Trier Rink with this game here today, and it will end, of course, in March at the state tournament at the Xcel Energy Center. We do have a penalty coming up here against Team Red, and it looks like it's going to go on Jack Jensen.
There's your, I mentioned this in the first period. Yeah, I mentioned this in the first period. That's, it's a hug? Is that a bulldog? Is that a... Maybe they're just really good friends and they hadn't seen each other for a while, and that's Jack Jensen's bro hug. Mentioned that in the first period, Ben, just about the physicality of him. And I watched him play against teams where it was just out for blood. And I didn't expect to see all of that out here, but you clearly see some of that aggression in that penalty.
Well, talking with Lee Smith, the head coach at Eden Prairie, he talked about how when Jack was a sophomore, not only is he physical, but he has a really high-end hockey IQ. Played with Casey Middlestad as just a sophomore because Lee Smith said this is one of the only guys we think that can play at that same clip hockey IQ-wise as Casey Middlestad. What a compliment that is.
Hockey IQ-wise, Casey Middlestad, absolutely. Definitely speed. He's got it to be in the same breadth as a kid like Casey Middlestad on your team is tip of the cap, not just like, hey, I got a water bottle filled for him, but he played with him.
Second power play of the afternoon here for Team Blue, as there might be a shorthanded chance as Will Hillman drives in after it. Instead, it's picked up by Schweitzer, whose gap has been superb here this afternoon. 8:50 to go here in the second, 1:15 to go in the penalty to Jensen. Reverse back now for Jack Smith. Grooves it over for Ratzlaff. Back to Kester. They'll play pitch and catch at center. Time ticking away on the second power play of the game. Kester, what a feed that was. He'll connect with Bryce Brodzinski, dancing in. Kester can't hold at the line, taken back by Kukkonen. He'll outlet to the near side where it's Zach Michaelis. Back now all alone was Payne, and he couldn't handle it. Kester steering through center, veers his way in. One too many moves, and just a bit outside.
Yeah, he knew it too right away. He did the are they going to call it, or am I going to take another step? Nah, they're definitely going to call it. Yeah, terrific pass off of the wall there by Michaelis. By Michaelis to Payne, just spun off his tape, whether it was just a little bit too hard or just a little bit too far in front of him. He couldn't get a good grip, otherwise it would have been a 1-on-0 for Red.
Face off on the Red side of neutral here. Pulled back, Evan Bushy. Brother of Brendan Bushy, who plays for your alma mater right now, St. Cloud State.
Yeah, he's got to be great.
Also where Evan Bushy is committed to. Taken back now, Ryan O'Neill. A shot, he scores!
Perfect.
O'Neill, a wrist shot from the top of the right circle that beats Clafton under the blocker, and it's 3-1. And so Clafton comes into the game, and he gets some tough beginnings. A great shot from Ryan O'Neill there to get the fourth goal of the game for Blue.
Absolutely perfect shot by Ryan O'Neill. Picks up sort of a turnover here. I can't tell if it was a drop pass or a turnover, but Ryan O'Neill picks his eyes up and he sees that he has Clafton just a little bit off center, and not only a little bit off center, but has a screen in front of him, and puts that puck about a 1.5 foot off the ice on the blocker side, which is, in my opinion, the perfect shot to take, and he buried it.
So it's now 4-0 after Red came out and had a lot of that first half of this period. Blue with the response from Ryan O'Neill, who was a late add to this game after Rob Christie, his teammate at St. Thomas, got hurt. He's onto the scoreboard. As back comes Bushy right into the slot. That's blockered away. Waffler, good stop from Clafton. Behind the net now, Joe Miller tries to swindle one to the center of the ice, taken back and put out to center by Rhett Pitlick.
You know what I love about what Clafton just did there? Clafton let in a goal, one of his first shots. He's seen just a couple of shots, he's into it, and he lets in a goal, and generally in a situation like this, and on a big stage, in front of all these people and scouts, he's going to go back on his heels, he's going to go back towards the goal line, he's not going to have his angles as well. He came out a good 2-3 feet outside the top of the crease on a point-blank shot, and that's exactly what you need to see in a goalie that's confident after he gets scored on.
You'll see a face-off to his left here. Pulled back by Bennett Smolik. Up the near wall where it's touched along by Tyler Kostelecki, brushed back up off the glass by Lavelle. Here's Lavelle trying to pull it loose in the slot, taken back and moved away from pressure by Bennett Smolik. That one skipped off a blue skate, so it won't be icing as Gleason gets there first. Sharp angle shot, pulls to his backhand and almost connects with Kostelecki on the backside. Now to the point, Smolik, a shot tipped in front there wide by Jack Jensen. Jensen down low, takes a body, uses that big frame of his to absorb it. That one's lanced up off the glass now, held at the left point by Wyatt Kaiser. Gleason supports him at center. He'll reverse it off the wall now back into the hands of Blue in their own zone. Doctor, a saucer pass over. Vorlicki back for Doctor. Doctor, good angled pass, connects with Malmquist. He tried to center just a bit out of the reach of Mason Nevers. Gleason spins away. Turn back around at center. Blue has it back. Now down the near wall, holding up. Malmquist tried to swivel one in. It's found only by Gleason, who's looking to launch it forward for Jensen. Jensen trying to turn the corner. Good back check by Lavelle to seal.
He was looking for the call. He was looking for Jensen to turn around and look for that hooking penalty. Matthew Gleason still on the ice. He's turned over the puck in favor of his team 3 times already this shift.
Good hit thrown there from Payne to eject the puck away from Shane Lavelle, and just a miss on the breakaway feed there. But right back down the other way, a bad change has sprung Team Blue, but they're offsides.
Lavelle was just on the upper side. Lavelle was just a step over the blue line on that long change. Otherwise, that was a clean 3-on-0. Look at him. Oh, just look at that. I mean, that is a matter of inches. I think he tried to jump up to allude to the fact that he wasn't on the ice, like if he was in the air where he was invisible. But that was not the case, and he was offsides.
So Red survives a scare that could have made it 5-0.
3-on-0. Wow. Going on with their 4-on-1 the last period.
He'll come right back in, but has turned right back around. Here's Will Hillman barreling down the wall. Toe drag. Hillman still with it. Taken back away as Team Blue has it back, and they'll look for a breakout.
That was pretty. What a play by Kukkonen.
Spin around
Did you
pass.
see that?
Kukkonen at the left circle. Leyland down behind. Hillman. Nice dance move. Hillman spins on goal. The rebound kicked away by Glockner. Payne will have to scamper back for this. He has duress on him from Adam Fleming. Here's Hillman. Chips to himself around the forecheck, and he'll step ahead to center. Now here's Hillman. Right circle. Steers in, looking for a wrist shot. Filters it back down low. Kukkonen, nice pass. Here's Leyland on the near side, and a save made by Glockner.
What a shift by number 4 right there. Number 4 turned the puck over. He batted a sauce pass out of the air on the defensive zone blue line and led it directly to his teammate. Turned around, he turned it into a 3-on-2. Right here causes another turnover on the offensive goal line and creates another goal-scoring opportunity. A terrific shift by Kukkonen.
Speaking of turnovers, there was one right there. The feathered backdoor feed did not connect. Now out at center, another turnover. Here comes Josh Lidke, carving his way in. Nice give and go out. Back for Lidke and his teammate Charlie Glockner with the glove save. Wonder if he maybe knew that Lidke was going to go there, maybe.
Every day, all day in practice. I know exactly what you're doing, Lidke. Exactly. Look at that. He was right on the mark, too. I mean, had he not had his glove there, that was a perfectly placed top elbow corner shot.
One-timer from the point. Knocked away by Glockner in front. Team Red has it back at center. Here's Lidke. Composure. He'll go back for Shane. That takes a deflection. That will work in the favor of Red as here comes the speedy Jet Jungles.
This kid has really impressed me, who I have not seen a whole lot of, is Charlie Shane from Andover. Committed to Arizona State, and I've only seen the kid play once or twice before, but he is super consistent. He's been very good in all 3 zones. I'm a really big fan of him right now.
Turnover at the red line, and here he comes, Shane. Carving in, nice pass back for Lidke. Backdoor feed that just deflected wide. Trying to swing it on goal from a sharp angle was Michaelis. Great feed from Lidke there, and Michaelis just couldn't quite find the handle to put home the game's first goal for Team Red.
That was a perfectly, with the exception of the goal, lacking the goal, perfectly executed 3-on-2. Shane draws the guy in. Lidke alludes that he's going to shoot it, makes a perfect pass, just
great move from Lidke there.
Just outside Michaelis' reach.
Darting in and out. Quick wrist shot. Blocker saved Glockner, and now back inside of the zone. Team Red will look for another entry. They've got one. Long lead ahead. It's Jack Bayless. Nice pass in for Jungles to his backhand. Glockner with a great save. and he'll go down on his keister now, and it's pulled back around, and now it'll be an odd man rush the other way. Here's O'Neill. He's got Brasini with him. O'Neill, what a drag move, in for the 5-hole, stopped there by Clafton. Pace picking up here immensely now as a centering pass in front. Clafton, another save as both goaltenders strutting their stuff here. A couple of great chances both ways.
Spectacular effort down here. Jet Jungles goes down here 1-0. Great stick here by Evan Bushy from Thief River Falls, but Glockner read that play the whole way. It looks like Jungles thought that he just didn't have enough room to pull that thing around, and he didn't because Bushy got a stick on it. But terrific effort by all three players involved there.
Turnover right in the high slot as Vorlicki goes to the near side, and a save made there from Clafton as well, starting to get his bearings in net. It's Carter Clafton. Nifty move behind from Joe Miller. Centers it in front. That would have been a highlight reel tally there. Joe Miller, some creativity on display.
Joe Miller to Brasini again is what that would have been, and he just missed his tape by maybe an inch. But he did the Youngblood off of the back of the net, spinorama. That is as pretty as you're going to see.
Joe Miller, Brasini, University of Minnesota commits. Could maybe be hearing that for a lot of years to come.
Yeah, hopefully.
They don the maroon and gold is back out to center with 1:55 we go.
I wish them the best unless they play St. Cloud.
Centering feed knocked away with 1:48 to play. Team Red has it in the corner. Held at the point by Team Blue. That's Brasini. Goes down to the goal line, interjected upon by Bennett Smolik.
Nice play there. Beautiful spinorama by Rhett Pitlick.
Into the far corner we go.
Play.
Smolik turns it around, but Blue gets it back. Now it'll be another odd man rush. Here's O'Neill with another player. It's Miller. O'Neill to his forehand. That was cut around on by Nate Schweitzer well. As Vorlicki holds at the right point. That one's lobbed up out to center where a bounding puck is held by Jensen. He's got speed. A wrist shot deflects up and out of play with 68 seconds to go here in the second.
Perfect stick by Mike Vorlicki there, allowing Jensen's shot to go nowhere but through the uprights. High and wide.
Face-off will be to the right. Charlie Glockner. Lavelle coming in on Jensen. Lavelle wins it clean. Here's Kester. The far wall. Nevers centers for Lavelle. Along to the near side, or a shot from Malmquist goes into the glove of Clafton for a stoppage. 59 seconds to go here in the second period. Make sure, stay tuned. We'll have a brief pause at the end of the period. We'll come back with the 4-Star Hockey Intermission Report. We'll also have another Born and Raised feature with Dustin Bufflin.
Oh, one of my favorites. One of everybody's favorites, right?
Yeah, big buff. Scrambled face-off to the right of Clafton. Schweitzer finds Matthew Gleason. Big head of steam. Chips it down in after it. Taken back by Kester. Turns it over though. Schweitzer still with it. Steals away looking for a centering pass. Gleason fights in for it. 40 seconds to go. Schweitzer down from his defensive posture finds Gleason in the near corner. Gleason reverses it back down low where it's corralled by Jensen. He'll spin. Good job keeping the puck away from Lavelle. Still with it is Jensen. And it skirts into that far corner where it's picked up by Kostelecki. Down low. Jensen finds Gleason looking for a centering pass here. Gleason still with it. He'll cut to the middle, slides it over. Too far behind Kostelecki. Held by Schweitzer at the right point with 11 seconds to go. Could be a one-on-one chance here the other way for Team Blue. It's Mason Nevers. He's got a late arriver. He'll find him in Malmquist's shot that's blocked away with 3 seconds to go. And the second period will end with a score of 4-0. Team Blue, after putting up 3 in the first, they put up 1 here. They're playing great defense in this game, Gino.
Great defense in this game up until that last 2 minutes that finally Red had sustained pressure in the offensive zone. 4 or 5 different chances, and guys, you know, that we've been talking about, Jensen and my boy, oh my goodness, Gino, where's your brain? Gleason and Matthew Gleason, just terrific sustained pressure down there. And then when they get the puck out of the zone, a kid that, you know, I'm just crushing on right now is Nate Schweitzer. You saw how well he closed that gap. So you thought that it might have been a break with 10 or 11 seconds to go. But by the time they had reached the far blue line, Schweitzer had closed the gap and made it an absolute zero opportunity play for the blue team. But yeah, Blue's hot. They're still playing well, but Red right now is they're after it. They've had plenty of goal-scoring opportunities, and we're still at, what, 2020? We're even on shots.
Well, it's all smiles for Team Blue right now as we will head to a brief break here in St. Paul. 4-0. Team Blue has the lead here at the State of Hockey All-Star Prospects game. We'll be back with some interviews, and we will recap the first 2 periods coming up next right here from St. Paul.
There's a big blue line that runs around this state. A line that defines not only a place, but a place in our hearts. Because in this place, hockey is more than what we play. It's who we are. This is the state of hockey.
Played out to the blue line. This is Veith. Veith tries to play it off the backhand, but out of the reach of Tatro. Now Mac Walkington, good tip over to Funk. Funk's got some speed. Dangle to the side. Backhander, top corner. Wow, what a goal from Riley Funk. As he dips the defender with a great toe drag. And then goes to the backhand up and over top of the glove of Matthew Radomski. Boy, Funk showing some speed and some hands on that play.
Left side to Belinsky. Belinsky. He'll go around the boards to McCoskey. McCoskey plays it back down low to Gibbons. Gibbons going to look for some help. Gibbons tied up. Marshall in there to find a loose puck. Out front. That just fails to connect. And what a goal! Belinsky got the shot off the end boards. He played it to the left side. And I'm pretty sure McCoskey took that out of the air. What great hand-eye coordination. And on the power play, the Neepawa natives are first to get on the scoreboard.
Paulo turning on the boards, but he loses the puck, and the Chiefs will send it down the ice into the express zone. Matthews out of his net, Sliprick pressuring up ice, and then Sliprick stole it, centers out in front, shot, score! No, no! Matthews got back and made the save! I thought they scored! Oh my!
Center. Babachuk still with it. Left side, cutting towards net. Babachuk all the way around the world. Corey Babachuk now back at the blue line. Still with it, my goodness. Babachuk still with it, going all the way around for his second lap. As now he cuts out in front. Babachuk right in front. The shot, the save, able. Rebound, and he scores! Corey Babachuk gives the Spruce Grove Saints the 4-3 win. Corey Babachuk with the overtime winner.
And I'm going to call that one the merry-go-round. Goes around the net twice, 2 whole laps, and then comes out in front of the net after putting out a demonstration of the skill of his hands and feet to beat the defender in the corner and just puts his own rebound into the back of the net. Beautiful goal there from Corey Babachuk. That's 2 solo efforts tonight, helping them get the win. Cam Mitchell for the 3rd goal, and Corey Babachuk for the 4th.
Walsh again. He has it up top. He'll wind away. Brown walking right down the middle to his backhand. Between the legs, he scores! An incredible finish from Matt Brown, and it's 6-3. Wow! Roll the highlight reel. Matt Brown with a bit of skill.
Getting back defensively. Bulls weren't ready for that pass across. Noah Carlin dropped back because the Brahmas were going to be released. Here is Genuine, and he scores! Beat him like a red-head mule. Oh my, was that pretty! Logan Genuine went around the Brahmas like orange cone construction season and put a shot through the legs of Seth Eisel. 2-0 Amarillo. 2 minutes, 42 seconds, the time of the Logan Genuine goal.
Face-off won by the North Stars. A rush up the left wing. With it is Gunnar Barrasso. Walks it in. Double deke. Backhand try. Did Babacool stop that? You gotta be kidding me! Reaches back behind him with the glove hand and denies Gunnar Barrasso a breakaway goal.
Back and forth we go. Skating strong. Carmichael drags it. Left side. Shot on a goal again. Boy, Susetti is down for the count right now. That's going to be Mitten. A great pass. I believe that was Drobot who came across, and they're going wide on Cross right now, far wide, and they found Mitten over there on the left side. That's his first goal this season. He'd been a player with them last year. Drobot right circle, feeds it wide, nobody there, and an opening because of it.
Yeah, that's right. There's a stick that came up and out of the hands and right back into the hands of a Chill skater, Brady Lindauer. Chill put it towards the net. They score out of the air. They'll say yes. What a play. Mid-level stick redirection in front. Barabo can't believe it. And it's 3-1 just like that with 5:27 left here in the first period. And you can hear beneath me Jerry Rank saying 2-5, 2-5. That again is Kid Magnavite.
Skates here is Johnson. Jones trying to come in to help out as well. This is brought back out to center here by Powell River. Their pass was knocked down. Giardozzi in the high slot, holding back to the left wing side. Sidonia pass in front. They score! What a pass by Blake Sidonia, and Carter Jones finishes it off, and Trail takes a 2-0 lead. Have a night, Blake Sidonia. Goal and an assist. Carter Jones with a goal and an assist as well.
Greg in the Chilliwack zone. Wrist shot, scores! Rips it under the bar! Connor Grega ties the game. 2-2. Beautiful shots. As Grega just got the puck just inside the blue line and just ripped a missile. Farrell Kimmins, DePaulo up front on the 5-on-3. Cooper one-timer, scores! Drew Cooper blasted in off the goalpost, and it's a 5-4 game with 6:31 remaining here in the third period. DePaulo turning on the boards, but he loses the puck, and the Chiefs will send it down the ice into the express zone. Matthews out of his net, Slippick pressuring up ice, and then Slippick's goal is in center front, shot! Score! No! Matthews got back and made the save! Chilliwack thought they scored! Oh my! And it's poked up and in comes Mohagan. He'll dance in, he'll feed her across, and a pad save by Matthews! His best of the night with the left pad. Back to the line to Dallas Farrell, to follow the screen. Back to Walton, slap shot, scores! First in the BCHL for Peter Walton. The Express are on the board with the power play goals 2-1. Now Kimmins has got it again with some time. He'll feed Farrell. He shoots, he scores! Farrell rips it over the glove of Davidson, and the Express have a 2-0 lead. We're now in the last minute of the play here in the second period, and now Christian Sanda cutting it on goal to the net. Sanda scores! Second of the night for Christian Sanda. It's a late second period explosion. They now lead 6-0. Walton, right side Kimmins, walks in, down low to Paulo. Trying to jam at it. It's loose. Farrell healed it. Puck was rolling. He tried to be too fancy. Now Kimmins down to DePaulo. Centers it. Farrell waits. Back across. Wildauer scores! Second of the period for Josh Wildauer on the power play. The Express now have a 4-2 lead.
Defenseman burning his bottom back to the back post or to the front post on a back check, or if it's a forward coming back to assist the defenseman. I think really that's been the number one thing that has stood out to me, and that segues into the second, which is the defensive efforts of the forwards. The defensive efforts of the forwards have just been outstanding, and clearly, the blue team has had more offensive opportunities or capitalized on more opportunities than the red team. But this game, all in all, even before the drop of the puck, I believe was an immense success as far as the setup and the dream and the vision of it. And seeing it actually come to fruition is truly a magical moment. This really is. And regardless of the score, you take the 4 off the scoreboard, it doesn't matter. Every single one of these kids is going to go away with a memory of, I played in that game. I played in the first game of that. So we hope, 10 years from now, we get to see Koster or Peterson or Vorlicki. It doesn't matter who it is. Pick a name up here on this Born and Raised saying, I remember skating in that first Prospects game.
As these kids prepare to make those next jumps, whether it's me seeing them as voice of the Des Moines Buccaneers potentially next year in the USHL or at the collegiate level, you're somebody that made those jumps. Game's a little different now, but nonetheless, same principles apply. What do these guys have to be ready for when they make that next jump to whatever their next level is?
Yeah, the skill is all relative to back in the good old days when we were using 12-pound sticks and 13-pound skates, and I get that. The pads were small on the goalies, but you couldn't shoot as hard. We just didn't have it. But the mental toughness is really the number one thing you have to have, because here you're the big fish on a small pond. When you go to the next level, the pool gets bigger and the sharks get a lot bigger. So you have to be prepared mentally to maybe not be the go-to guy at the next level, and you have to pay your dues.
We're underway here in the third. Both teams have switched ends one more time as the way they were headed back in the first period. Team Blue going left to right, Team Red going right to left as play will begin at center. And it's Josh Lidke, but he turns it over as back in comes Nate Warner trying to walk to the middle and shoot, stabbing his way in for that loose puck. It's Johnny Myers, and Blue will control in the O-zone here as Kester has it at the left point. He'll go down the wall, stepping away as Fleming back to Kester, but he flubs one now. Bit of a hand grenade for Kester. Back in comes Team Red. It's Joan Goals. Great pass to the slot. Trying to put it on goal was Zach Michaelis, and that one was blocked as well. Great defense by Team Blue. They've done it so far all game long. It continues here in the third.
Looks like it just wasn't in Michaelis' sweet spot. I don't think he was trying to shoot it. I think he was trying to corral it and throw it over to Shane on the backside, who was wide open for a one-timer.
Michaelis definitely a pass-first guy, 34 assists last year for Elk River. As in comes Kester, had a lot of assists last year in his own, 41 for Kester at Chaska.
No big deal.
My goodness.
He did have 3 Division I forwards up ahead of him, though. That certainly does help.
Here comes Michaelis through center. Good outlet back for Shane. Great passing in all alone, and that was Kaiser jumping in, and it was blockered away in front by Glockner. Good defense and even better goaltending by the Minnetonka skipper. As shimmying through center is Bryce Brodzinski. He'll steer into the right circle. Brodzinski centers in front. They score. Noah Tussey on the board makes it 5-0. Another one from Team Blue, and they're running away with it here in the third.
Absolutely perfect placement. You know, it really is a shame there. Bennett Smolik is in the right spot. You know, but at a higher level, you not only have to be in the right spot, you have to have the stick. It's all about timing. So right here, he has flawless positioning on Tussey, but instead of bodying him there, instead he's got to wait until that puck is there time and get that stick off the ice. I mean, it's just that right there. I told you before it takes a half a second. That was less than 1/8 of a second. It's just a fraction, and I don't know what's lower than 1/8 of a second, but it's less than that. That's how quickly it is.
We're not math guys.
I'm not a mathematician.
Well, on that goal, Tussey, one of 3 sophomores playing in this game. Currently, 2 of those 3 have goals. Joe Miller's got a goal and an assist. Tussey gets on the board, so some youthful exuberance here from St. Paul this afternoon.
No big deal for the young guys. Oh, my goodness. We got to see this one again. What a terrific comeback. I mean, immediately bounced back to get on the board for Rhett Pitlick. Yeah, no surprise. Pitlick putting the puck in the back of the net. Wow, just a great pass by Kyler Clevin. I believe it might have been just a teeny tiny turnover there from the blue defenseman there. It just picked the pocket. Great pass by Clevin and the perfect redirection. Now the red team is on the board. Hey, let's see if they can pot a couple more.
Goals can be like bananas sometimes. You know, they can come in bunches. We'll have to see if that's the case here this afternoon. 18-10 to go in the third period. We've seen a pair of goals as Team Red's on the board. It's 5-1. Now out through center, it will be Nate Schweitzer joining the rush. Schweitzer in to the left-hand corner, taken back by Team Blue and reverberated all the way around to the right point as walking in is Pitlick, who just got Team Red's first goal. Schweitzer knocks it down at the left point, coming in to wedge him into the glass is Brodzinski. He'll get it out to center now, a one-on-one rush as in comes Brasini. Nice move, Brasini couldn't pull it back to his forehand as he almost went right around Frederick Payne.
Ben. That is above and beyond a nice move right there. And he just lost the handle on it. Otherwise, I think he'd have pulled off that short side turn into the goalie.
Payne has it back in his own left-hand corner, tries to lob it ahead for Gleason. That's met by Vorlicki. Here's Leyland, good cross-ice pass. Oh, and a nice centering feed. Good look it was. It didn't make it there as O'Neill was streaking right down Broadway looking for a pass. Out to the point it goes too far off the stick of Grant Doctor. Out to play it, Charlie Glockner behind for Team Blue. Vorlicki lunges it forward. It's taken back at center by Gleason. He'll chip it and chase it himself just inside of the offensive line. Here's Kostelecki, leaves it down for Jack Jensen, sticked away by Doctor. Gleason has it knocked loose. Kostelecki centering pass. That one taken off and out of harm's way. And out comes Team Blue. Here's Joe Miller. He'll run into Jake Boltman. Boltman and Miller go into the right-hand corner, taken back by Lidke. And the breakout completed for Team Red. And here comes Matt Gleason churning through center. Outlets for Jensen on the near side. Brings it back for Boltman. A wrist shot and a glove save made by Glockner with Gleason right in front waiting for any rebounds.
Gotta love that. Gleason, just a workhorse, just like his coach said he is. Just Energizer Bunny, never gives up. Makes a great pass over to the wall to Jensen. Jensen throws it on, and you can see I love this. I love this. Doctor hits him a nice little, I see you there, buddy, cross-check in the back, which would have been a regular season great play, and then immediately goes, hey, sorry, man, this is a prospects game. I get it. Are you okay? But you know what? Either way, he's going to serve 2 minutes for it, even though it was just a little baby shot to the small of the back. So Matthew Gleason putting his team on the power play.
Bouncing puck held at the point by Kaiser with 16:25 to go. We did have a penalty on the play. Cross-checking to Doctor. And so it'll be the second power play of the game for Team Red as Kaiser can't quite get to that one. Both teams having trouble finding possession here as Hillman's got it. .130 to go here in the power play for Team Red. Either team has really yet to get set up on the power play so far here this afternoon. Gino, when you talked about it earlier, no matter how much skill you have on the ice, just the formula to the power play is not there. Neither of these coaching staffs have had really any chance to set up any kind of a power play, of course.
No. I'm sure that they went in the locker room and they said on the power play, just go score a goal. Just go outwork the other team. And that's really all you can do with this group of guys, unless, I mean, I can't imagine they're like umbrella, overload. I can't imagine that they've even considered a breakout. They're just letting these kids be free.
Here's Bennett Smolik, who gets here with 52 seconds to go in the Doctor penalty. Shots on goal, very even right now, 23 for Team Red and 22 for Team Blue. So it's really been neck and neck in the shot department so far. Of course, the scoreboard 5-1, a little bit of a different story there. Down to the goal line now. Team Red setting up. It's Michaelis to the half wall. Up top, Payne steps across to his left. Now finds Schweitzer. Schweitzer, good dot lane pass to Jungles, and a great save coming across by Charlie Glockner.
That was a terrific pass going cross crease by Schweitzer. Or sorry, Shane. What was that Schweitzer? That was Schweitzer. Straight across.
Jungles to
I lied, I mentioned his name again.
To the goal line as a wrist shot comes through from Payne at the point. That one's notched away, and now Lavelle will give chase at center. Payne tracks across, finds Schweitzer with 14 seconds to go. Payne drops it off. A nice read there, intercepted by Myers, and he couldn't manage to put it all the way down the ice as Jungles works his way backwards at center. He'll find Payne as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey with 14:28 to go. Intercepted by Brodzinski, who will pound down the right wing wall. Lets one fly over the top of the cage.
That's one thing you want to see the Brodzinski boys do, is just release the Kraken. They were all given that gift of the hammer of thunderbolts, and I want to see at least one timer out of this kid before this game is through.
Here's Brodzinski passing that one. He was trying to connect with Noah Tussey. Could not do so, and back will come Jet Jungles. Right wing wall. Jungles drops it off. Loose puck. Here's Shane dragging in. Still with it. Centering feed finds nobody. And now on the far side of the ice, it's Grant Doctor. He'll caress his way to center. Outlets. Brodzinski holds up, has it poked away. Shane's off to the races with numbers. He'll leave it off for Michaelis. Shane going to the back post, centering feed. Jungles is there. He's still got it on the backhand. Glockner makes the save. Not quite sure where it was for a second, but he will hold on. It was a really quick developing play that just never really quite amounted to anything, though.
No, just it was sort of, it ended up being on the backhand. It ended up kind of the wrong spin, the wrong bounce in every kind of scenario. But again, my boy here, Shane, Charlie Shane, just seems like every time he's on the ice, he's on the puck or he's where the puck is going to be. I mean, his hockey IQ and anticipatory levels are off the charts. And again, I can't wait to watch this kid the rest of the season.
Josh Lidke gets a shot on goal there, a kid that I had a chance to see play a couple of games last season for Des Moines. He's a part of the Des Moines affiliate list right now, where I currently call games at down in the USHL. And
the Bucks are doing well.
They are. They've won 5 in a row now. They'll play in Fargo again tonight. But Josh Lidke definitely a part of the future in Des Moines, and a very talented and very composed player on the blue line going to Denver University.
Right-handed defenseman. I've always had a weakness for those guys. That was my MO.
Here's another right-handed defenseman in Jake Boltman. He'll go D to D to Lidke. Lidke's pass. He was trying to go long lead for fellow Minnetonka skipper Jack Bayless. Bayless will soar in after it on the forecheck. Down low, it's Kyler Clevin. He's sealed upon by Vorlicki, and out comes Team Blue. Pass from Warner. Slowly sifted away by Lidke. Brodzinski can't dance around the skipper blue liner. And now Brodzinski goes back to the point for Vorlicki, all the way across. Here's Doctor stepping down, right circle. That one hit the iron and goes out of play. A slick one from Doctor that almost made it 6-1.
That hit the elbow or the crossbar, and it was so quick, I couldn't tell if it went up or if it went down. That was a great release, a terrific pass by Vorlicki. Grant Doctor eyes straight up. Oh, he's a little sour. He missed that one. He had it. Yeah, you could see the disgust in his face. He's like, I had a foot. I had a foot. And he doesn't need a foot. He's that accurate of a shooter.
12:27 to go here. It's 5-1 Team Blue. Team Red has the most recent goal, and Rhett Pitlick is all the way back down. This puck will go. Icing his wave. Kester. D-to-D pass will bypass everybody on the breakout. Recontrolled at center by Wyatt Kaiser. D-to-D pass for his partner Bennett Smolik, and this will go down, and that one sounds an icing whistle. So back down into the zone of Carter Clafton we go here with 12:02 to play in the third.
And another opportunity for Blue. Look at the guys that are out there. Uh-oh. They got their boys, Miller and O'Neill together.
Looks like you can hear the Jaws soundtrack coming into play here.
That's right. The Legion of Doom. Dun, 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 dun.
Brasini tries to walk through on the face-off, taken back by Smolik. He'll reverse it. The far-hand corner for Kaiser. His pass ahead. Held by Brasini at the line, who's been everywhere today. Centering pass, Miller, one-timer. O'Neill, glove save, Clafton. Another great connection as Miller shovels one over the top of the crossbar.
He saw the goalie down. He saw a little room on the glove side, and he knew that he couldn't turn around and pick it up on his forehand. It's a smart play and a great play by Mr. Miller.
11:34 to go here. Blue just missing on a couple of opportunities as Kester has trouble behind. He turns it over. Here's Kostelecki walking right down the slot. He fanned on the shot. And Blue trying to jump right back into the offense, but they turn it over to Kostelecki on the doorstep. And Glockner, a great glove save. Charlie Glockner has been a steady presence back there in goal so far since he came in midway through the game.
Unfortunately for the Red, right? They were hoping that they put the hot hand in first and not the so hot hand in the second, but he's been there. And that play by Kostelecki right before that where it bounced over his stick, that just seemed like it was Red's luck, you know, for a vast majority of this game. So close, but not close enough.
Malmquist on the far side. Good back check there from Luke Leyland. It's been the Energizer Bunny here this afternoon. His feet never stop moving. Corey Leyland doing a good job of instilling hard work into his kid.
Yeah,
Definitely
he's a fun player to watch.
Afternoon.
Great hands. Sees the game so well. Anticipates very well.
Peterson ahead. Nevers now connects with Liam Malmquist, brother of Dylan Malmquist at Notre Dame right now. Another good hockey pedigree. You talked about the names. You see
there,
so
right?
many of them that have brothers or have uncles or have dads that played in the game, or sisters for that matter too.
That's right. The game's growing.
Now down into the left wing corner goes Kukkonen. He tries to shift it in front. Puck bounds loose, held by Payne. Steps down and wrists one that's blocked in front by Evan Bushy. Between the legs goes Kukkonen. Hillman picks up the loose puck now behind Glockner with 10:22 to go. Here's Kukkonen. One-timer in front by Leyland. That was tethered wide.
Not by much, though, Ben.
Hillman spinning, still with it. He'll wrap it. Glockner there to shut the door.
It's like, nah, I'm a state champion. Get that stuff out of my house.
Kukkonen up off the glass, down low. Hillman planted into the glass behind by Bushy. He escapes. Now to the right point, Schweitzer has some trouble with that, but he hangs on, finds Hillman galloping up the wall. He'll go all the way around the zone and fire one that just missed off the left post. Good pressure by Team Red as Schweitzer puts one on goal. That's saved as well by Glockner, who's been busy over these last several minutes.
You got 25, 30 seconds to sustain pressure down there. That's going to wear down your defenseman and create more opportunities for you.
Soaring through center now. Coming in is Mason Nevers. Gets by one check behind. Payne with help from his skates. Notches it up the wall for a breakout pass. Deflected into the air where Charlie Shane has it. He'll try to turn the corner. Onto the backside he goes over the stick of Jungles.
Hoping for the miracle bat out of the air pass is what that was. He knew he couldn't get it to land, so he was just hoping he could put it off a shin pad or maybe Jungles could knock it out of the air and in.
Here's Shane Lavelle. He goes one-on-one against Boltman. No dice on that move. Shane to the middle of the ice. It's behind Zach Michaelis, but he regains control. Joining is Lidke on the right circle. Drags. Couldn't get the fire off, though. Put another one on goal. There was no red sweaters in the vicinity. And right back the other way comes Team Blue with speed and Jack Smith. Jack Smith turns the corner at the right circle. He'll go around the net and cut back. Smith in front trying to put it onto the near side. No dice there either, as Carter Clafton was ready for it on the chance by Bryce Brodzinski.
Yeah, great move there by Smith, but he's got Jake Boltman, a Gopher commit from, I believe, when he was a freshman. And watching this kid play and watching him grow, he is just steady Eddie, every single thing he does. Great passer, great vision, solid defensively, he's going to be a Gopher blue liner that you guys are going to love.
8:41 to go. Team Red trying to get out of their own zone here in a 5-1 game that Team Blue seems everything they've touched has turned to gold here this afternoon. Reds had, like you mentioned, Gino, a couple of bad bounces, some hops, which is a big part of the game of hockey. Sometimes you just, the horseshoe's not there for you on some
You're
nights.
absolutely
Team
right.
Reds had a little bit of that here today.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Kaiser behind, looking for a little luck on the breakout here. He's pinned up against the glass by Jack Smith. Team Blue gets there. Reverse down low from Noah Tussey, who's got a goal in this game. Red grabs it back now, and through center comes Rhett Pitlick, who also scored as the lone Red goal. Grant Doctor reverses it up the wall, gets past the outstretched arm of Kyler Clevin, shifted back down by Bennett Smolik with 7:53 to go here in the game. Pirouetting away is Vorlicki. We'll go all the way up where Brodzinski stops and pops it loose, trying to sift through it. That was Johnny Myers. He'll stay with it. Myers, a nice drag move now, trying to center. He almost got it in front, goes off the apron behind.
He had Brodzinski just drooling between the hash marks with nobody on him, and he couldn't quite get it to him.
Could have finally saw that vaunted
Could have
one-timer you've been
finally
waiting
seen it, yep.
for from Brodzinski, Gino. As back in comes Payne, a wrist shot that gets on goal and comes back in, and Glockner found a way to make the save there. 7:20 to go here in the third period. Back will come Team Blue all the way across. Still with it now. Red gets it back. They'll go up off the quick trip sign. And out to center it goes. And with 7:07 to go, we'll go back down to Ann, who's got a guest, and Mike McMillan of Minnesota Hockey. Ann.
Hi, guys. I got Mike McMillan, Executive Director of Minnesota Hockey Coaches Association. Mac, you and I kind of partnered up on this a little bit. What does an event like this mean to these players?
Well, I think for the players, it's first of all the excitement around it, and having State of Hockey and the Wild involved. You know, it's like an NHL production for them, so it's a new experience for a lot of those players. And you know, the excitement in the back hallway was fun to watch. The coaches are excited, so I mean that's important to lift them up and lift high school hockey up in our state.
All right, Mac, thank you again for everything you do with high school hockey here. Bring it back to you guys.
Thank you, Ann. Indeed, Mike McMillan does a lot for the state of hockey, and great to have him in the building. One of many people who need to be thanked for today that were a big part of putting this all together is the players have surely dazzled. Speaking of dazzled, here's O'Neill for a drop pass that was fired on goal by who else? Jake Brasini. That one was fought off by Clafton's Mellon. And now into the far corner. This puck will go behind the net, picked up by Lidke. They'll sling it up off the glass. It gets past Kester. Speed from Jensen trying to get there. Jensen still with it. He'll find Kostelecki, who fires one that misses the net. Jensen slings it to the backside. Kostelecki couldn't bang it in front. Boy, oh boy. Again, just inches for Team Red as they once again can't quite find a way to put it home, but they're still on the offense as Jensen will find Lidke, who blasts one that just misses the net. Kostelecki's shot also blocked.
Man, from my angle, it looked like it went through the net, and he got everything into that one. Wow, Miller makes that play off the wall look really easy.
O'Neill's got a player on the backside. It's Brasini. He gets it there. Here's Kester joining, trying to put it on. They score.
I tell you what, I did it again. But I tell you what, you know what Michael Kester was doing there. Michael Kester was doing there. It looked like he was trying to open that defenseman up and pass the puck back door, and ended up hitting the defenseman's skate of the goalie. Let's take a closer look though. Beautiful backhand pass by Brasini. Kester sees he's got him peeking out, yeah, and he's clearly going across the crease to give it to O'Neill, and it looks like a poke check. Yeah, it looks like a poke check from, what was that? Kaiser,
I believe.
Wyatt Kaiser, just in the back of the net.
Bit of a
Their luck, right?
Bit of a microcosm of the night, indeed.
It really
has
is.
been. That really has been a showcase of at least the bounces we've seen here. Certainly plenty of great performances on either side, even though the scoreline is a little lopsided.
Yeah.
But Team Blue has it back in the O-zone here. So Kester, who got a chance to see him play a handful of games last year for Tri-City Storm when he came down, and I thought he was one of the best players on the ice, and I saw his first and second games in the league, so that's saying something for a young kid coming down, jumping from high school to the USHL level. He's a high-end talent.
I tell you what, I couldn't agree more. When I see his stride, I see that Nick Leddy stride, that Jake Gardner stride. I'm not saying he's going to play in the National Hockey League. I'm just saying I see shades of a stride that you can't teach. You're born with this gift, to just skate like the wind. And, you know, if I had it, I might have played a little bit longer than I did or been a little bit more successful than I did. But the Timu Kivihalmi, these guys that are defensemen that you're like, man, how do you do that? How are you Paul Coffey-esque? How are you that good? And he's got it. The kid's got the gift. So I'm happy to hear that he's doing well at the next level and happy that he's coming back to Minnesota high school hockey.
He'll be a big part of Dave Snuggerud's Chaska Hawks this year, as will Shane Lavelle, who's out there for Team Blue right now. 4:17 to play. Payne to the middle. Leyland trying to spring his way in. Puck bounces loose. Prancing away with it is Payne. Getting it back is Leyland. He shrugs one down where Hillman's loose in front. Kukkonen was there as well. Nice defense played by Vorlicki.
The jumping bean in that puck for the red team, unfortunately.
Leyland now. Left-hand corner. Vorlicki all over him. The puck squirts in front for just a quick second. Now back out comes Team Blue. Centering pass. Good second layer arrival by Malmquist, who fires one over the top of the net. Picking it back up at the right point is Bushy. He'll go across now for Vorlicki. He had a man on the backside. He finds Malmquist in front, and a great shot from Malmquist. It's 7-1.
What? Wow. I mean, that's upper echelon shooting right there. Accuracy, spin, no look. And you saw him just, 5 seconds before that try that same shot. He saw the glove, and this time he's inside the hash marks, turns around, just knows exactly where he is. He knew exactly where he was, like he had practiced that drill thousands of times. And it wouldn't surprise me because he hit that thing perfectly. Not a chance for Clafton to pick up on that puck.
Perhaps a thing or two he learned from his dad, Derek, who played at Harvard, or again his brother Dylan at Notre Dame. Again, the lineage showing there. What a move from Malmquist to know, like you said, Gino, exactly where he was and exactly where he wanted to put that puck.
Yep.
Beautiful shot from Malmquist to make it 7-1. That probably picked up a few pens in the crowd.
Yeah, that's a goal in any league. That's a good cliche, but it's true. That's a goal in any league. There's no goalie that's going to be able to turn around, perfect placement shot.
Good save there from Glockner on the redirect. Litke put it on goal. Your guy Shane was right on the doorstep. A nice redirection. But Glockner, who's been a wall since coming in, keeping this just 1 for Team Red with 3:06 to go. Face off to the left of Glockner here. One backwards for Jake Retzloff.
This is one thing that the scouts are going to be picking up on because these guys haven't left the building right now. They're going to look, hey, are you down 7-1 in this game, and how are you going to react being down 7-1? So you show character being down 7-1, it's going to raise a couple eyebrows.
Mike McGrath said that compete level, seeing it here. It's a shot from Brodzinski, blockered away. A D-to-D pass from Doctor, almost a pick 6 there for Jet Jungles. And offsides is whistled down as there'll be a little bit of some animosity there at the other end of the rink. All the way off to the box will go
Smith
Jack
and
Smith
Doctor.
as well as Doctor, and they'll jaw their way all the way off.
Couple of little, how you doing? How you doing? No, how you doing? How you been? How's your cousin? How's your sister? How's your parents doing? Really make sure you said hi for me, okay? I haven't seen them in a while. See you later. That's all they were doing, just exchanging some greetings in the corner there with their mouths and their gloves and their faces.
Well, Gino, we're coming towards the twilight stages of our game here. If you had to pick somebody who was the best performer so far, and there's still some time for that to change, who do you think it might be?
Do I have more than 2.5 minutes? Do I have 2.5 minutes to make this decision, or do I have 20 seconds?
I'm going to give you maybe a minute.
1 minute.
We'll meet in the middle.
I tell you what, I mean, the red team, I love this Charlie Shane kid. Absolutely spectacular. Leyland's looks spectacular. Goaltending, Fritzinger. Ryan O'Neill has been great, but Brasini and his homeboy Joey Miller have really been the two, I'd say, most effective players out here. So it's got to be, my opinion, would be one of those two. Somebody up that line.
2:09 to go. Blue into the offensive zone now, is trying to skip away was Nate Warner. Talk of skipper Bayless went flying, trying to throw a big body check here late in that game, as there's a good check the other end. Doctor rings it all the way around, held at the right point for a shot. Glockner comes out to steer that away. 1:49 to go. Doctor to the red line, one-touch pass from Warner. Working his way in now is Adam Fleming. Taken off his stick by Kaiser. That one's lifted up to the near side, but pulling away with a nice move is O'Neill. He tried to feather it over for Adam Fleming, who was wide open. He'll let one go. Fleming gets a rebound off the end wall. Team Red looking to get an exit here. They've been in their zone quite a long time, and now it's Rhett Pitlick who's got the lone Red goal. Pitlick waiting for some teammates to join. He doesn't find any late arrivers, so he'll bring it back to center where collecting his thoughts is Nate Schweitzer. His pass is behind Gleason, quickly turned back up by Kester O'Neill. Comes across the line, looking all the way across where he finds Joe Miller. Miller back down low, Brasini. Head up ice, but Schweitzer intervenes. Puck bounces its way just across the offensive line. We're under a minute to play here in our game. Inaugural State of Hockey All-Star Prospects game about to come to an end here as one last chance for Kostelecki is turned away by Glockner, who has sure demonstrated his prowess in goal with a couple of great saves here in this third period.
Yep, just one, and it was a perfectly executed redirect by Pitlick. With the exception of that, right now they'd have 34 shots on net and 0 goals for the blue team.
Face-off one, big shot through there from Jensen, who's got some weight to put on that one. He missed the net, though, as Kostelecki tried to find a Gleason on the far side as Brasini knocks the play loose, and now dancing in is O'Neill, taken back by the Maple Grove forward Kostelecki. And here comes Jensen with 20 seconds to go. Drop pass, one-timer to Payne. That missed by a mile to the right. Maybe caught him out of the wheelhouse a little bit there, as now Payne will have to hustle back. As off for the races is O'Neill there on sides. O'Neill to Koster, a shot that goes just wide. That was Miller on the backside, and a little bit of trouble between Kester and Miller there to decide he was going to fire that puck. As here's Miller, a great wrist shot at the buzzer, saved by Clafton, and that will do it. Well, a final score here from St. Paul, 7-1. Team Blue really ran away with it, but there certainly was plenty to talk about for Team Red. On both sides, it was a great hockey game, and what an event here, and the skill that was on display all afternoon long, really second to none here in the state, and that's what this was supposed to be.
I believe that again, also cliche, this is not a 7-1 hockey game. I believe it's just unfair to the red team for this to be a 7-1 hockey game. You asked a second ago about who the MVPs were, and I could have named 3 players off of the red team that I absolutely adored the way that they played. They created tons of offensive opportunities. They were great defensively. They just couldn't produce as much offensively as the blue team. And again, the blue team's got a half a dozen kids you could pick that would be standout performers, even in this standout group, to deserve MVP honors.
Well, there'll be plenty of hugs and handshakes to go around here. A lot of these players know each other. What an event here it was this afternoon from St. Paul. We'll head to a quick break, and we'll be back with the 4-Star Hockey post-game recap right here from St. Paul.
There's a big blue line that runs around this state. A line that defines not only a place, but a place in our hearts. Because in this place, hockey is more than what we play. It's who we are. This is the State of Hockey.
period, 8 total goals in this hockey game, 7 for Team Blue, 1 for Team Red. As we take a look at the final stats here from inside Tree Rink in St. Paul, 30 shots on goal for Team Blue. They get 7 goals. Team Red put 40 up. They score 1 goal, 1 for 2 on the power play. There was 1 power play goal in this game, so good on these guys for getting together. And the chemistry might not have been there, but they find a way to get it done on the man advantage. Just 2 penalties taken as the State of Hockey Cup being presented here below us. First ever.
Are we in on this picture? Should I drop down a little bit?
We could photobomb it.
We should. We should photobomb this.
And so Team Blue, the first ever champions in the State of Hockey High School All-Star Prospects game. A lot of smiles to go around. Team Red plenty to celebrate as well, as everybody on the ice had an opportunity to make their presence known in front of a lot of eyeballs from every level of hockey. And so it should be a fun post-game here as we're back for the 4-Star Hockey post-game recap. And Gino, some thoughts as we really try to digest what we just saw, and a lot of skill. Boy, a lot of great plays, a lot of great puck movement I saw today.
Awesome. All the way around. And, you know, we mentioned before this game even started, we didn't know how the tempo is going to happen. We got committed kids. We have uncommitted kids. We don't know who's going to dictate what. And then right away, Ryan Peterson, big hit on Matthew Gleason. And then everybody was alive. They're like, oh, okay, now I know what's going to happen. We're all in this to win this. And, you know, Blue got a couple better bounces, and they capitalized on their opportunities. And that's what this game is about. The game is about, you know, exposing failures and exposing weaknesses in the other teams. And they got the right bounces, and they put the puck in the back of the net, and the red team just couldn't quite capitalize. Again, pound for pound, you look at these rosters either way, it's even. It's bing, 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 straight down, forwards and defensemen. I love the way that these teams were assembled. I love the way that these teams responded. And you saw through the first period, the one thing that I was curious about was the first period energy. In the second period, was it going to be less? In the third period, were they going to be tired? Were these kids going to get worn down? And I didn't see that. What I did see, though, is a level of comfort that was attained by them after they got the nerves out, and it was just, like you said, did you say fire sale? I think you mentioned
Fire wagon, maybe?
Fire wagon? The fire wagon hockey in that first period. And then the second period, it was still there a little bit more, but then halfway through the second period, even though the red team was losing, both teams sort of settled down and started to make those plays and those perfect transitional plays through the neutral zone, and they achieved a level of comfort that really showed these scouts up top, like, oh man, on the highest stage, on the biggest stage, these guys can compete and be comfortable.
I circled on my game notes before this game the 3 sophomores that were in this game. You've got Joe Miller, you've got Noah Tussey, and you've got Jake Ratzlaff. Ratzlaff had some good moments, but goals coming from Tussey, goals coming as well from the sophomore Joe Miller, who also had an assist. So you think about what some of the scouts might have seen, some players they're going to get to watch maybe in high school for a little bit longer. Who knows when they might make their jump moving up to the USHL or beyond, with a lot of guys, that being Miller committed very early in his career. But talk about youth in this game.
Well, the one thing that I think that does, that I know that does, is that justifies their decision for being here. Because right now you've got 100 kids that are juniors and seniors that did not make this game. And every single one of these kids at home, like, I want to play in that game. Why does this kid get to play in that game? What you just saw on display is the reason he got to play in this game. I saw Joe Miller play when he was a squirt. He was 2 years younger than he was supposed to be, playing at a peewee level, and he was a rock star. And I see the exact same replication of that at this age.
Well, one of Joe Miller's line mates tonight, who definitely benefited from Miller's play and had a great game of his own, he's our MVP. We'll head it down to Ann now, who's got Jake Brasini live on the ice.
Hi, Jake. How was that game?
It was a lot of fun. Good to get all the Minnesota boys out here, get new relationships going. Guys you haven't really talked to before, get to play on a line.
So this is the first annual. We hope to do this every year, All-Star Prospects game. What does it mean to play in a game? You know, we had a full house. We had a lot of scouts here. What does that mean to you as a Minnesota high school hockey player?
Yeah, usually I don't play in crowds like that, so it was pretty exciting. So, yeah, just to be able to get out here and see my friends come out to the game and stuff is pretty cool, and just big for high school hockey, because look back on it in years to come on younger guys. It's like probably be one of their dreams to come and play in this.
Yeah. Well, good luck this year. Thanks again for playing in this. You had a great game, so good luck this season. Back to you guys.
How about the Buffalo Bison getting the MVP player of the game in Jake Brasini?
Who would have thunk that? Had you mentioned that 10 years ago, you would have got a lot of scoffs, a lot of laughs, a lot of giggles, but he's had a bunch of success the last couple of years, and Suburban Sprawl is heading that way. That's just a fact of the matter.
Great for our sport to see great players coming in from all over the metro and even outside the metro area. Well, what a night we are having here as we wrap things up. An afternoon full of extremely talented players and some great hockey. It was a 7-1 final. Team Blue with the win, but the Scouts got what they came for. A lot of great talent. For Gino Parrish, I'm Ben Gislason. Thanks so much for tuning into our broadcast. We hope you enjoyed it. A fond farewell here from St. Paul, and good night.